All right, greetings and salutations, and welcome to another episode of the Sports Desk right here on Omega Radio. The name is Euclid Orville Neville Higgins. Big up to you all yourselves.
Good afternoon to the listeners. Hope we can have some healthy sporting discussions. And people who have grouse with me, call me. And don't go anywhere else and throw any words on me. Yeah, I like that. Face me. Anything you have to say to me, you can call me, man. You can call us. 615-2841. That's 615-2841 or 676-6968.
Yeah, those are the numbers. Now, some things that we could tease that you could be interested in. In the football world, it occurred to me that how long ago did Coach McLaren said him couldn't pick Ravel Morrison because him not really a see. Him not in a competitive league and thing. Is the coach seeing him now? And I'm saying that in the context that Bowser Nicholson was not picked because the coach says he's out of form. So did Ravel convince the coach that he's in form? It's an interesting question because Ravel wasn't picked and we heard what the coach said, but that was some time ago still. So I'm wondering if the coach is now seeing Ravel to know whether he's in form or not, because Bowser is not picked for that in form. So that's one from the footballing angle. Now in track and field, this weekend is the Racers track meet, and up to this point, there is not a peep from Elaine Thompson. Hasn't opened her season anywhere. And it is leading to genuine speculations that something not quite right for we decorated Olympian. So if you don't want to talk about that, that can be talked about as well. Mike McCallum. I heard somebody say yesterday that he was Jamaica's second best sportsman. And by sportsman, I would assume male, or did they mean across genders? Where does Mike McCallum rank in the annals of Jamaican sportsmen? I mean, most people would think Bolt is the ultimate czar as a male. I mean, well, clearly across genders. Where would Mike McCallum? Is Mike McCallum top five? There's something that it would be nice for to hear your feedback on. And of course, the West Indies can't win a game. Darren Sammy, who was so good at improving the ODI team, get whitewashed in a series without looking like we know what we are doing. So I don't know. Maybe I would love an early call from the White. What does he think about Sammy's handling of the ODI team now? I never think it was all that to begin with, but here we go.
All right, 615-2841, 676-6968. Call through and let your voice be heard. You ready for us yet,
He
Baba?
said yes.
Okay, hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, early bird here.
Good afternoon, Montiel.
Yes, Mount.
Definitely top five, Miss Higgins. You can put Michael Holding up there and a couple others, but Michael definitely top five, man.
Top five across both genders are top five male.
Across both.
Across both
Well,
genders.
you go put across genders now. That's something we would have to think about more.
Yeah.
But if you go put across both genders, definitely top 10. But males, just males, definitely top 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could look at that.
Yeah, Zidane. Zidane, you
Yes,
hear me?
yes, sir.
Yeah, but I want to ask you this something. This now double standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
So listen to this now. For years, I've been hearing that one of the reasons why you're supposed to get beaten for say Pele now in your top 10 is because so much people. One of the reasons is so much people cannot be talking this and that, or writing this and that about Pele.
Mm-hmm.
So much people could not be getting it wrong, right?
Yes.
So if I say that, and then I come out now and say that is why I don't believe in history, because historian depends on who the historian that is writing it.
Yeah.
Isn't that the double standard?
Yeah, man, it's contradiction, man. In other words, the experts all said the Utah Jazz, or most of them said the Utah Jazz was the favorite to win the series in the finals in 1998. And you're of the opinion that them crazy. They were all wrong. Chicago Bulls should have been seen as the favorite. So you're basically saying that experts who watch and saw it, you can't completely disagree with them. So you can't send somebody now. Hold on, let me finish. You can't send somebody else now who say, listen, I don't see that man enough to judge him among other greats. You can't tell that man to go look at what people write about the player.
That is what I'm saying, Zidane. So you cannot be saying, oh, I don't trust history. And then no, you go beat a man, he say not trust history. Basically. Even though I'm not saying you not trust history, but you understand what I mean?
Yes.
So he might beat you. He might beat you for something where basically you and him agree upon.
Yes. Exactly.
Basically, you and him agree, you know.
Same, so a regular time here, I contradict himself, man. But when it comes out to football, I listen to no one. Because I see people analyzing games and I watch the same game and not go like what them say. Yeah, man, regular thing him do.
Right. So if somebody call you out, you can't say the person wrong for that because I the truth.
Yes.
Right. Because I am not just
you catch him, man. That's why I'm start shouting and running off of the radio and give nonsense me.
Yes, and I'm see a couple other people that say Ray, but
yeah, man. Anytime you hear the shouting, because you're very quiet and calm throughout the call, and once you hear the shouting start, you know you have him.
Exactly, and if you notice, maybe fear no
yeah.
me give me in thing there, you know.
Yes.
If me agree with something, one thing with me, Zidane, you see, I don't care what people want to say, but you see, and that is me, you know. Me not talk about it whether I'm right or wrong, you know. But I'm saying that if I think you're right on something, me I go give up to your props. But if me think you're wrong, me I go tell you plain.
Yes.
You understand? Me I go tell you plain, say you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so so that is that. The other thing now, Mr. Higgins, are we going to if the results if we are going reward Sammy see what him do? Are we going to take it from him if the results continue like this?
Boy, you have to ask the man them that. Sammy should never have gotten the test side, my boss. Concentrate on the white ball something. Me never think it necessary to just handle
so we are going to give him. So look at it now. The results now improving at the 1 day side, and now we are going to give him further workload of the test side.
Yeah, for me, he was doing okay with the 1 day team, with the T20 team. The 1 day team, he wasn't moving the needle sufficiently enough.
And then remember now.
Then Dwight go come up with some
more closer to the test than the
Dwight go come up with some convoluted figures. We have no way of knowing if them true. He was winning 50% when it was 20% before. And I put it this way, I was watching the West Indies in at them time. And I wasn't sufficiently impressed. That nothing significant had happened to a 1 day team. Same fault we used to have.
Yeah, why is cricket one of the only sport where you have to be like this big cricketer before you turn up? Why can't a person who ordinary, and maybe even though you play cricket, can coaches in a cricket? Why is cricket so unique in that regard?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Is cricket unique?
If you notice, people don't really get chances to coach teams in a cricket, and every time you hear a coaching job, is a farmer player.
Glenn Mills can't run fast, though. Nah, Stephen.
That is the point I'm trying to make, Mr. Higgins.
Oh, you're saying cricket is the sport that you have to be an expert.
You have to be
or
a
farmer player.
Or a farmer player to. Yeah, but Mr. That we said this that if even within the same Darren Sammy situation, or any other team, it doesn't even matter if a Darren Sammy. But cricket are the only sport that really take that route. They have only the farmer people. Them. Is it well? You in the cricket circle? Is it that there's a narrative that only them alone know the game?
No, but you know me lose out on an international commentary gig for that same reason. Then. And them say, boy, Mr. Higgins, we are going to go with that explain.
Oh yeah. I think I remember.
The man said, we know what you bring to the table, you know, but we are going to go with that explain. Say, all right, big man, we're not fight. So I understand what you mean.
Yeah, and we have seen as we say we have seen in where other people have as long as you do the requisite and you qualify, give him the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause
I didn't mind Sammy as a T20 coach, and them add the ODI thing. I'm say, all right, fine, fair enough. But to know, say, all right, based on what we see, you must now control every cricket in the region. Me not convinced. And that three of you against England make me more not convinced.
The one last thing, Zidane, me do the
Yes.
last quick thing before me go, because we don't want to stay too long. But me say a couple of players, out of what reason now? Some baby mother thing, Ethan Pinnock, them and
Couple of players.
Huh?
Isn't Ethan Pinnock the only regular that I said
just
he
ask.
isn't Ethan
What
Pinnock
about
alone?
Bobby Reid?
Bobby Reid
is
is suffering an injury. Suffering an injury, yes. And Bosa was dropped.
So
Coach
yeah,
I'm seeing a quote where him struggling with form and fitness. Because I think
about that section.
the Bosa has been struggling in recent times, which in front of goal. And the play overall lackluster.
So Bosa is one of those situations where if them pick him, you know, go ball, and if them pick him.
No, I wouldn't have selected him this time around. Based on what I saw the last time I saw him playing. And if it hasn't changed, there's no need for you to select him.
All right. So tomorrow we start the NBA finals.
Yeah, man. All right, cool.
All right.
All righty then. Oh, we stay now. A start. A star says we stay good. We go back online. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Orville,
Yes, sir.
Emirates, me getting an echo.
Boy, the
Can I
great
get an
Emirates.
echo?
Talk up a little bit.
Yeah, I was saying I'm hearing an echo in the background. Well, must be in the background, eh?
Yeah, well, we are here. You're good enough. We not hear no echo. So keep going.
Zidane,
Yes, sir.
oh, go on.
I'm here.
I want man Saturday, brother.
Why I don't know what happened to Inter, my boss. We know Paris Saint-Germain move the ball with pace and pass the ball when the players' movement is also great and all of that. But you can't lay down like that in our final, my boss. It was way too
I
easy.
think the Paris plans for them, they never fully plan for Paris. And with some luck. Because some couple of goals, Mr. Paris.
No, man, Inter Milan was a
That's
disgrace.
why.
Boss, the game literally, no joke.
man.
Me not exaggerate. The game could have easily
Yeah,
finished.
man, it's a far
8.
from a team.
It could have finished easily 8, my boss.
Exactly, could have finished much more than that.
Every
They
time
have
the man,
some
the must
luck,
run
man.
through. When they went up 1-0, based on how the game started, I saw them going up 1-0. I think at some point Inter would come into the game. But
Yeah.
Paris Saint-Germain just kept going and creating opportunity space. So you said this is gonna be over by the first half.
Remember, I said them had pretty much, I would say, the best defense in the league.
Yeah, up until the semi-final against Barcelona.
I mean, brother, I don't know drink something or celebrate or something. They never turn up at all.
But what an expert was pointing out to me over the weekend is that while they are strong defensively, when they face teams that keep and move the ball quickly and well, they do struggle, and that's why they struggle against Barcelona. But the only difference with PSG and Barcelona is that Barcelona wasn't great defensively, so that's why they ended up scoring a lot of goals on Barcelona as well. But Paris Saint-Germain was a different beast, boy.
Yep. But I mean, like the Paris Saint-Germain team, pretty much I love them young and boy.
Hold the line, Emirates. Hold the line. We'll take a break. We're coming.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get a thing from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a not Insta, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, check your phone, your money land. VNBS money transfer. CFA faster, easier. Sign up for VNBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, behind the line, straight in your account, money reach long time. VNBS money transfer.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station. It's all right.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Back with you, Emirates. Hello?
We're not here. Emirates, we're not hearing you, know. Hello.
We lost him, my boss. Sorry about that.
Emirates, call us back if you can. 615-2841 or 676-6968. What we doing, Astar? We go back on? All right. Hello.
Yeah, man, you're going with driver, man. That's what you're doing.
Driver.
Hold on. You kid.
Yes, sir.
Me have one job at you, but not right now. Me agree with you first before we job at you. But what?
Yeah.
You and Zidane, I heard you earlier on in your opening salvo mentioning you were comparing the selection of Ravel. Actually, like a twins, we want to talk about quick and fast.
Yeah.
Ravel Morrison versus Bowser.
Yeah. I'm saying the coach was saying that he wasn't seeing one.
Right.
And that's why Ravel wasn't part of his squad for a little while.
And then,
so I'm just saying, is
in
he
less than
seeing
24 hours.
Is he seeing him now?
But less than 48 hours. Let me put it that way. Less than 48 hours, he was selected. You remember?
Well, I know he had said that him not see Ravel. So I
right,
wonder.
and I select him right now.
Yeah.
But remember, after he said that, within 48 hours, he was in the squad. You remember that? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Check it out.
No, a long time the coach says so.
A long time he says so, man.
A long time he says so, man.
I know the other day him says so.
But Ravel Morrison never changed him club and go
it
anywhere.
It still
else.
begs the question: is he seeing him now?
Right. And I don't think so. Based on the reason why he said, because he said there was no
but driver, if he's saying he's not able to see him and see how him playing and know him pick him, yeah, I have to respect the man to say, well, him see him now. You get the opportunity to see him.
See him where? The reason. Hold on. You remember the reason why I say he couldn't see him?
I remember, I know. Ravel wasn't even a original part of the Unity Cup squad.
That not only that, he gave the reason why he couldn't see him, because there was no video coming out of that area where he was playing where he could see him.
You basically that's Steve Mac.
One, number two, and the level was tier 3, and Ravel Morris never moved from the tier he was. Plus,
in other words, if Ravel can be selected now, why wasn't he always selected? And if he couldn't always be selected, the reverse is now, why is he selected now? So
right.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
I have a problem. But I would go further to say, why would you want to, you say, okay, fine, Bowser not playing, Bowser was the one who admitted some time ago that I wasn't fit, don't select me now. The man said already, he's saying that Bowser not getting any playing time.
No, well, literally Bowser season's over the way now. It was over from like April. April.
But conversely, this guy who had the crash wasn't playing any at all, but he's saying he's looking for him to come back shortly. One, number two, he was training with the squad.
Antonio, but me not think with any real intent to play.
I mean, yeah, but did they call Bowser any at all to say come train with the squad to see what it look like? Because the man said fit and ready. The matches before he said he wasn't ready.
I think his name is a part of that long list of names
60?
that was submitted.
60?
Yes.
So Bowser?
Yes.
And Antonio too?
Yeah. But
when the squad cut down to how much? I think Antonio is still there, correct? And Bowser not there.
Well, Antonio is not a part of the teams that will face to play the World Cup qualifiers.
I mean, the coach have to be careful how in some prejudice still.
Prejudice?
Yeah. So, as I say, he is prejudice. Oh, he's an utterance. Have to be careful with some prejudice.
Prejudice.
I've come across as being prejudice.
No, I wouldn't.
Of the English race players are vis-a-vis.
No, I wouldn't use the word prejudice. But that's a little
the player who replaced Bowser. But hold on, driver. The player who replaced Bowser in the. Can remember Bowser played the 2 home and away World Cup qualifiers. He started over and was lackluster and was benched, and it was a local born player who got the start and scored in the game. So be careful, love.
No. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not vouching for Bowser. You know.
No, man, I know you're not. No, but
I'm just talking about the balance and
yeah, but I'm reminding you that it was a local, currently a player that plays for Arnett Gardens who came in for Bowser in the second leg at Sabina Park and scored in the game.
All right, but
Yeah.
I just level playing field in terms of your selection and your utterances. Me not say Bowser must in the squad, you know. But if you go select somebody over him, you must have some good reasons why and can turn up to scrutiny. That's all I'm saying.
But it's not Ravel. It's not Ravel him select over Bowser. Ravel is
No,
not.
I'm not saying that. I'm just no. I'm not saying he select Bowser over Ravel over over that he's
break up driver.
giving, and then in Ravel, you still select. That's what I'm saying. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
No, we weren't hearing what you were saying a while ago. You did cut off.
In the interest of time.
Well,
Mr. Higgins.
it would be good to hear him responding to why wasn't. Have you started to see Ravel playing and how well is he playing? And that's exactly why you selected. We'd love to hear some answers.
Yeah, let me cut them quick and short. Because I want to talk about Mike McCallum. I want to say something about the cricket. Orville, you realize that the coach, Sammy, has to leave England shortly?
Yeah, because the test team is assembling.
It has to be assembled.
Yeah.
And it needs to be there.
Them have a camp.
Now, it begs the question, if Sammy will be able to, as we speak, I think Ryan Griffith is going to take over the team in his absence.
And who else is there?
Huh?
Ravi Rampal and them something there. So the turnaround time between that test, that T20 something, and that test camp is a very short turnaround. You know?
Yep.
I don't know if them overlap, but we are killer for Samuel in the game.
It's July. It's July. Is a test. Is a test.
Yeah, man. Sometime in July.
Yeah, but he has to come home to prepare and then leave his job as a coach after the T20
Will he leave it, or am I gonna leave it right after the T20 season?
No, man. He's leaving and handing over the
reins to somebody
coaching to Ryan Griffith.
Not straight rubbish that, no, man.
Yeah, man.
I go ask him, but definitely I go follow that up. If because of his test duties, him can't be there to preside over the T20 series will come, then that's not straight rubbish speak, man.
No, make no sense. No, make absolutely no sense. Absolutely.
But me I go check if I real thing that with you.
All right, hit and run. The other one is Mike McCallum. You see why me have to always call and cuss all the while?
What?
How is it? I was watching a certain program last night.
Yeah.
I listened to Mr. Bro. And I was literally calling me eye, man. I cannot believe that.
I know the program.
You know the program?
I know the program you were watching.
Me not get a plug, man.
No, me never say me. I know me not say me. Me say me know the program you that watch.
I was watching a program and me lay down from my back and I watch. I literally, me not exaggerate. I could not believe after listening to that program that Mike McCallum has never ever get.
No, me did some checks. He does have an OD.
He does?
He does. After me come off for that program the last time, I said nothing can go so people. So me double check.
Can't go, sir.
He does have an OD.
Yeah, because I said no, man. Look here.
Yeah.
When you think about somebody who arguably in the top 5 best boxer in the world in terms of his weight class.
I understand the ESPN say he's the number 8 ranked middleweight of all time.
Well, I was about to say number. He has to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
But arguably top 5. You understand?
Yeah.
And a man like that who not get the kind of recognition. And I will always say this. When you go out, and I've said this before, and I will not stop saying it.
Yeah.
I will always say this. That listen, there's so much of some other people who get some names. There's names of the road name for them and so on. Mike McCallum is one of our best ever sportsmen we ever produced.
So you don't have to argue now that we both know. He did get an OD. I checked.
You know what?
He did get an OD.
OD, but I'm talking about some place name after the man. He deserve more than that, Virgin.
It's an order of distinction.
OD,
Man.
who will always remember? Which youngster will remember that? Which young boxer will remember that he's an OD? When you walk around one street or one building or one gym, a boxing gym, called the Mike McCallum, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but which
when
is
a young man, 25 years old,
which is
a young
bigger
man,
though?
20 years old.
Which is bigger to be given an OD, your order of distinction by the government?
OD is bigger, but
Okay.
which one people recognize faster?
But I mean, I prefer
Because-
get a OD than a street name
Me
or
can tell you,
village street.
I
name.
don't prefer deadlift something in my name
Yeah.
than get an OD, because not very many persons are going to remember that you're OD.
All right.
Think about it. Because, for example, a youngster 25 years or 30 years old is not going to know that Mike McCallum is OD. When they walk into a gym or walk in a street, they're going to ask, who is Mike McCallum? I walk into a boxing gym and to the name Mike McCallum Boxing Gym or whatever you want to call it. They are going to be forced to recognize who he is.
These things usually come into play after you have passed. So let's see.
And that's not good.
Mm,
That's not good.
yeah.
That's not good. Anyway, you know what? The one job they want to make after you, let me leave it. Next car.
Is there a job?
What?
Is there a job?
Yeah, man. Come here.
What me
About
do now?
3 weeks ago, I wasn't around, but I was listening the program from far off. Me hear you tell people, I am far from being the most thin-skinned person. Not another, sir. That my job,
Big man, you know the amount of abuse from the tech pan program. I'm still there.
Big man, listen. Let me repeat.
Yeah.
Me say you're listening. You listen to me, you know? No, sir. I honestly believe you're thin-skinned bad for you. To be honest with you.
All right.
Me even tell my other half that you're even I same category.
Yeah. What to call thin skin? When a man call you traitor and them something, and call you liar than
that's different.
corrupt and all kind of something, man, you have
You
a
know what
problem.
is thin skin?
Yeah.
Thin skin is when you take offense to some simple little something.
Is it simple when a man say you're a traitor
But,
or you're a liar
that's
than
not
you're
simple.
corrupt?
If me hear you rant over that, that's fine. A man call you
Then
traitor,
them
that's
something
fine.
may have a
But when
problem
you're
with
thin
it.
skin, when you're thin skin, no man.
Yeah.
That's the definition we're talking about. When you're thin skin is when you make an issue out of something almost is nothing.
All right.
That's called thin skin. That's the definition.
Everything when me take an issue out of, me not think it's simple. But you think it's simple, difference of definition.
All right, my boy.
There you go.
Big up yourself, man. Zidane, big up yourself.
Big up.
All right, man.
How much days to go? 10 days or 5 or 4? 7?
Yeah.
10 days. Oh, big up.
Yeah, Zidane know better.
Yeah, man. It's more than 10 days, man.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man. Cool.
All right, what we do now? Astar, we go back on or we take the break? Break it is. We're coming.
Something good.
Hey, joins me, Jermaine Morgan, popular known as Brother Frisco, on Omega Radio Thursdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. through to 9 inside the Praise the Lord show, and Saturdays and Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio show. Tune in and be blessed. You can't afford to miss this show with Brother Frisco on your radio. What you gotta do?
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Jack Grealish is expected to be left out of Manchester City squad for the FIFA Club World Cup. The 29-year-old's future at the Etihad Stadium is unclear heading into the summer transfer window amid a growing sense he would benefit from a move before next season. There's likely to be interest from clubs across Europe in Grealish, who may be attracted to a fresh start at a top club who could provide him with regular football. It remains to be seen whether his reported 300,000 per week wages will prove a deterrence toward any potential deal, whether a loan or permanent one. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal! Fosrich Financing.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels Tour promotion, April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Red Stripe, Heineken, True Milk, Brakes, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryverse Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart, locations island-wide. Megamart, best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Lotteries Act.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back to the program. We go back online. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
This is Wayne. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Zidane. Afternoon, Orville.
How did you do it?
Yeah, man. Yes. A true driver talk still, you know, with Mike McCallum thing, you know.
What about it?
Yeah, man. Mike McCallum, a gym should have named off, unboxing gym should have named off for the man.
Yeah, I wouldn't have an issue. But now that me realize that he does have an OD, it kind of temper my vibes a little bit. Yeah.
Zidane.
Yes.
Me, I listen to the show from the year start, and all of the basketball pundits them, and analysts and guru them. I don't hear nobody that mention nothing about Indiana and the next side.
You didn't hear anybody mention the Thunders? Are the Thunder?
No more than so.
No, sir. No, man. The people used to talk about the Thunder, man. They were running away with the regular season, man.
Okay.
It's correction. Nobody mentioned the Thunder. That's why he's not the real expert.
Especially because him come on the program and list out.
Yeah, man. And I kept asking me about the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he kept dismissing them about. Yes. That's why he's not the expert here on this program. For sure. Yes. But you're right about Indiana. But
Indiana.
They are a good team, and I thought it was a mistake on our part because they, even though some say injuries played a part, they did go to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and they were a young team, and they would have brought back everybody, and so we should have expected more from them this season. So it's not a fluke that they are in the NBA Finals. They have a very deep and good team. So
you say it's a good team we can gamble upon.
It's a good team, man. I think them are gonna shot the world.
Okay.
I think them can shot the world. I think it's automatic that they will walk over.
So you feel them can win the championship that year? Yeah, because that me I say can win it in about 4 games, man. There's a Leon Bailey out to make a move from Villa.
That's what the rumors are suggesting. Yes.
Man, me say make a move go down and the Saudi League.
Then. £10 million tax-free a year. Wow.
Rich,
£10 million. Wow, I tell you
but almost everybody will go down on this Saudi League. Them always get injured or is what really a go on.
No, man, it's not all of them, man. It's the big name. Ronaldo didn't get sustain a serious injury.
Okay.
And Mane and the others are playing, and Benzema. For me, you know. Just because Neymar was a high profile player got injured.
Yeah. It's great to see that this argument when it come up about the government not bidding for the World Cup. Still I make the rounds.
Still the man.
But I read a thing in the finance agree now where majority of the Caribbean islands that bid for the World Cup, they made a profit on their return on their investment.
You saw that?
Beat that everybody made the same amount and money.
The government's
Some
made
more
a
than some.
the government's made a profit. You saw that?
Yeah, man, I read it in the Financial Gleaner.
You need to send that article to me.
All right. Let's see if I can find it and send it forward.
Yes. You need to
man.
forward that article to me.
Yeah, man. Anyway, what they are going to take in the big show as usual.
Yeah, man. All right, Wayne.
All right. Bless up the man. Then.
Big up, Wayne. All right, so I'm looking at an article published in the Gleaner, Sunday, May 25, as it relates to McLaren and Ravel Morrison. So this was last week, the 25th. While I'm reading now, verbatim, while announcing his squad for the upcoming Unity Cup in England last week, Reggae Boys head coach Steve McLaren said the window of opportunity for Ravel Morrison's return to the national program is still open under the right conditions. Over the last few days, the Jamaica Football Federation submitted both their squads for the Unity Cup and a 60-man preliminary squad for the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Morrison, excluded from both lists, has been enjoying a prolific season with his club, Precision FC, in the United Arab Emirates, 3rd Division, where he was named the coach's player of the year. The midfielder last featured for the Reggae Boys in the 2023 CONCACAF Nations League campaign in a 2-2 draw with Mexico. He was also called up for the 2024 Nations League quarterfinals against the US, yet did not win any minutes on the field. While having fond memories of working alongside the midfielder, McLaren said he cannot allow his past connections with the player to affect his current selection process. And this is now a quote from McLaren. I love Ravel. I worked with him for a year in Derby County, and I love him as a personality and as a player. He's fantastic. There would be nothing better for me than to be able to pick Ravel at the top of his game. You can't live in the quote continues. You can't live in the past. We are living in the now, and we are building for the future. When I look around at the players, the first thing I say is, what league are they playing? What is the quality of the football that they are playing in? And McLaren then said, having spoken to Morrison during last year's Nations League camp, he explained that he will need to move to a stronger league if he wishes to return to international duties. Now, and one more quick paragraph. I said to him that we need you playing in a tough competition where you can get up to the standard where you're demonstrating week after week. The Dubai 3rd Division is not of that standard. Now, if the coach is telling the brethren that, say the Dubai League now cut it, say him tell him that last year, why is he in the squad now unless he moved from it?
All right, the coach. This is what the coach yesterday that I'm gathering now. The coach said yesterday that he wasn't going to select Ravel, but a few players who was selected for the Unity Cup was not available for the first couple of games, so he was a late invitee. So when he called him now, we saw him in training, and he thought he looked reasonably good for him to get a couple of minutes, and then he's saying he's still talking to Robert about moving from that league because he's maybe not much sharp enough to play a lot of minutes if he continues in that league. So it wasn't a situation where he decided to call Rabbit. It was because other players, because remember, it was going to be a full strength side anyway, but some of the players who were called was unavailable. So it was a late call up, and he said he did enough in training, so he decided to keep him. So that was his explanation yesterday.
All right, make we move on. Hello.
Yeah, man, hello.
Good afternoon, Badger Degree.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yes.
Yeah. And the naming of Jim to Mike McCallum, while it's a good gesture or so on, but how are Jim's name in countries or especially in Jamaica? Is it the person have to go start a gym and they said the Mike McCallum gym? When on a boxing gym, put on nowhere and so we can take up one and name. Well, of anybody.
If these gyms are privately owned, them not gonna name them based on how them feel like name them. I don't think a government can tell me we own my
Yeah.
So I have to call it whatever.
Did you say that to driver?
No, but now that you attack it occurred to me still.
Yeah, you can't do it. I think gym are privately owned thing. I think government own a gym. Like you can go take up a gym and just say.
But what about a road or a street? Or
Yeah. But a gym the man say, the man can't go road now and something. A gym the man say, I'm answer the gym. If you answer the road now and all them thing, the gym me talk about gym.
I don't think him did just stop at gym. Him say
a gym me talk about better gym.
But I'm not sure that driver did that reduce it to gym. Him said the man must name off of something.
Yeah, but remember, say him have a thing for the government, you know.
Yeah. Award, yeah.
Yeah, then I order for the government.
Yeah.
Maybe him say, is that the highest? Is that the highest honor?
Well,
maybe.
But let me ask. He made mention of the fact that when the OD was mentioned, he said, "Listen, the youngsters now gonna know say he say he has any OD." But Badger, let me ask you a question. How many roads that exist in Jamaica? You know the person. You see the road, and you say, "Me I got whatever drive." You know the person.
No, sir. Like Lady Musgrave. Lady Musgrave should Lady Musgrave. Well, Lady Musgrave should not.
Half of Jamaica don't know who name Lady Musgrave. Name is Musgrave.
If you find out the history of Lady Musgrave, you don't want to because Lady Musgrave is a lady, is a white lady, brother. And because she never want to drive past Devon House in a buggy car.
No, man, but that's true. That is hundreds.
Her husband has to cut a road.
But that is hundreds of years ago. Because we know about Courtney Wall drive and Arthur Wynn drive and Donald Quarry High School and Merlin at High School. I not necessarily agree with drive, but he was talking about affixing the man name to something. Which make him not knock it either.
Me not pressure me, but at the gym one me I talk about, brother. And like you just realize that when I'm a gym put on, you go take up one and say name that Mike McCallum now. Because we can't, you understand?
There's no government-owned gym in Jamaica.
No, the government-owned gym. People have to start them gym and name them gym, sir. You understand? So maybe Mike McCallum Foundation now, you understand, if he can come up with that now, Angley in business thing, can start a gym after Mike McCallum. You understand? Maybe what we must have in Jamaica that economists did a ball over from long time is a sporting museum. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. Maybe we need to get that. Maybe we need to open a sporting museum, and then we have the Mike McCallum segment or section or whatever. That is a better idea, and that we really truly need.
Yeah, but what would be wrong if you said gym? I think driver was being a little bit broader than the
road. May I agree with the road.
Okay.
Just the gym part me I talk about.
Which part Mike McCallum come from?
Me never know. That's the thing.
And which part in Jamaica him come from? Near a street down there, McCallum Street. Yeah.
Because it hurt me if you see them name schools of politicians. That burn me.
Why it hurt you?
Because you label the putting them over there. You understand me?
No, but you know, sir.
Me not ask you, brother. And to me,
you label it. No, but you.
Hold on. To me, no politician has done. Hold on.
No, but you say you label the kids when it's.
Stop it, budget. You are telling me that if me go, what the high school did name for Roger Clark?
Brother.
People will think that a PNP got Roger Clark.
No, budget.
Hold on. You don't. I went to Tivoli Garden High School.
Come on, budget.
Well, I'm coming on to that. I went to Tivoli Garden High School, brother. Right? And you think say that don't label they put them who you
label them as what?
As labor, right?
Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, budget.
Come on. When I thought,
hey, budget, you're sampling a budget.
No.
Budget. The school and the island Selassie, where you think a beer Rasta got it?
No, we're talking about politicians.
We know what's the people never go Haile Selassie. No.
Beer dread guy Haile Selassie badge. Come on.
No, for the serious level, no. For the joke aside, brother. You don't think that people get labeled?
Not because of the school they attend.
Where were you in
so it's beer track and field people got Donald Quarry.
No.
We name the school after a runner, so you must know assume say a peer track and field. Everybody who got there at the tracks.
Zidane, you ask me about politician or you skip from politician.
And Merlin not a peer female track and field at go there.
We can't believe this. Them are joking thing. Zidane,
if naming the Baggio, listen to your logic. Don't tell me hold on, Baggio. Listen to your logic. If you name the school after a politician, you will brand the kids because of the politician.
Yes,
so I'm saying if you name a school after an athlete or a Rasta, then we are brand. I think every Rasta got there.
Go on, let me tell you about
you brand my boss.
Go on, come back. Let me tell you about my experience.
All right, hold it. We take a break. We're coming.
Are you ready? ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels Tour promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Brinks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst. Choose Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Do you want to go deeper in the Word? If yes, then join me, Prophetess Denise Sang, every Wednesday at 11:15 a.m. for the Crossover Experience, where we will go beyond the surface, exploring the keys to kingdom living for a successful spiritual life in a real world according to the Word of God. That's the Crossover Experience on Wednesdays at 11:15 a.m.
Going through a storm, but I won't go down. I hear your voice carried in the rhythm of the wind to call me out.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Bachi, we have a minute with the big people for running off of the radio with the
Yeah, man,
but we're giving you a minute.
Yeah, man, don't let me happy. Do you think that Tivoli Gardens Tivoli Gardens High School or Edward Seaga Primary now, which was formerly Lebanton?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that if it was up by Coliseum Drive, they could have named Edward Seaga Primary?
Unlike.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because you're going on a school in the place where the man come from.
Yeah.
But
no, man.
Baggio, it is not the students who will be branded.
The man no come from Tivoli. The man no come from Tivoli.
Baggio was a member of parliament from
Baggio, I can understand.
Yeah, hold on, the member.
No, you always say hold on. You make your point already. Jesus, you know, say a man called me yesterday, so we must call you hold on. I am saying that I can understand adults being branded if you come from Tivoli or you come from Matches Lane. Them placed. But kids, Baggio, are not branded. As political.
Mr. Higgins, during election time in Jamaica,
all right, but
cool down. No, let me talk to that.
Yes.
During election time, right? It kind of cool down now, Zidane. But during election time, persons from certain schools, Zidane, could not go to school because after school that they go.
But you're not violence, but I know the pit them brand. I know because them think the pit them are labor right or PNP.
Oh, for Jesus. It's
just people
at school. It's fitness at school. And
Badger.
I'm saying to you, no, hold on, stop.
Yeah, we're talking about some 15-year-old Badger. You really think say a man, say boy from you got Tivoli, you labor, right? And if you go what is school name? Charlie Smith, you PNP?
Yes.
As a 14-year-old.
No. As an 18 and 19-year-old.
No, man, you have 19-year-old in school. You really have
18-year-old.
You really have 19-year-old in school.
Yes, Mr. Yes.
Baggio, stop the rubbish.
You know, so this is the Brambley call for the year.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm going to tell you, after tomorrow
students get branded when they are 16 and 15.
Yes.
Because I attend Tivoli.
Yes.
So if I attend Immaculate, then brand me say me rich.
Brother, Zidane, I'm saying to you, I'm no one know about
Baggio, we gone.
Yeah, go on, but I'm telling you, schools that are
boy, Baggio, you get some beat on my phone at long time. I get too much text message to call somebody idiot, you know.
I don't care.
Baggio, we're going to see it for yourself. Big up yourself.
I'm telling you, brother.
We talk again.
Yes.
Tomorrow, Baggio. Redeem yourself tomorrow.
Big man, if I really as schoolers get branded because which high school I'm going to. You believe that, Astar? Which school? All right, you don't have to tell me. But you got Tivoli because down they say you come from. So they will brand your parents. But no you. Anyway, Baggio, you're branded part. We still are here?
We got man.
No,
put up the other one, man.
Next call.
Yeah,
next
man.
call.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
You can hear me?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, repeat was it that?
Yeah, but I was, but it's clear now.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like it's gone now. Hey, you know, say Baggio, I'm a bridging, you know. Big up yourself, all of it.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Baggio, I'm a friend, you know. Baggio, yeah, embarrass yourself.
My God.
And you know what's funny?
No, the man
I
asked.
called,
Hear the
so I
question.
just-
Well, hold on.
No, I'm not gonna talk about what he just.
No,
did.
but hold on. Let me just
But-
leave the last joke with you, man.
Yeah.
The Badger call was so silly. Here, Badger. You think Tivoli High could be named Tivoli if it was at Carter Smith Drive? Then Tivoli no one place.
Now on the floor. But I told you now, Baggio been talking a lot of stuff for me for one night, Baggio and point. First of all, Baggio, 2 days ago you come on and say something very inaccurate. Say I was speaking about Usain Bolt. When I made no mention, thank God Zidane them corrected you. Then yesterday
you talk with the 100 million.
Yeah, and him say me come on and I said them figure talk about.
By the way,
money or
to your credit, you know, I understand that the money promised to develop youth cricket has not, no part of it has been handed over yet.
Okay.
So I'm giving grace to your million now where you can
know
run
why
out.
I don't know why I would need deserve credit for that still.
No, because you kept asking and saying I'm a traitor
Okay.
not to give that information.
So
I
the
understand.
chagrin of youth cricket, you have to say.
Well, there was a promise made and promise not yet kept. Let's leave that.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
So anyway, then yesterday now, Badger come on and say I was beating the people for spending money on the Super Bowl. And I'm not beating them for doing that, Orville. What I was pointing out is that the argument that says that we have no money to do anything developmental wise is not really a solid argument.
He wasn't beating
you know
him, man. He was being sarcastic. He wasn't beating
Then
him.
two other things when him come with yesterday now, Orville. Him say, number one,
But he was, you see, when him say, oh, the NFL money,
yeah,
and he was being, let me use the term, he was being tongue in cheek.
Oh, okay.
But you
Well,
should
two other things when him say yesterday that was very inaccurate.
you should
Well,
you shouldn't use those expressions, Badger, unless you definitely mean it. But go on now, guy.
Yeah, him say, Baggio said that based on the numbers given, we did well economic-wise and the government made money in tourism last year. That is all fine and well. But you know what's ironic? Baggio is not realizing that none of those monies that he made reference to is any direct benefit to the people of Jamaica. That was made off of money. Those were made by the Jamaica Tourist Board. If the Cricket World Cup was here, there would be direct economic impact on the people.
How does tourism money not benefit Jamaica?
Yeah.
People are working at the hotel.
Directly.
There are some direct people working at the hotel, them big one.
No.
Yes.
You're not hearing me, I say, Orville. You're not hearing me, I say.
Yes, me here.
You're not hearing me, I say. The monies that the tourist board give out and say, we make this off of that, it has nothing to do with the normal person in Orville. It is what the government collects in their coffers.
Then the government they use the money to develop the country. Those
Lord
monies.
God, Zidane, I'm not knocking that. Can you stay on point?
Yeah, but
the point
no, but
is
for
this,
tour,
Zidane.
for the hold on,
It's
Garvey. No, I'm not a traitor now. For the government to say we made 100 million from tourism or tourism, it is because tourists were here spending money.
Right. But Orville,
and when them
listen to
spend
what
money,
I am
Jamaicans
saying.
benefit.
But Orville, listen to what I am saying.
Yeah.
If the Cricket World Cup was here, the monies that I gave you broken down, like for example in Barbados that was spent on local transportation and that, some of that would have gone directly into the pockets of people. You wouldn't have to tilt that to the government, Orville, for them get a little pay.
When
on top of that,
when the tourists check into a hotel,
So
owned by
Orville is now
Jamaica.
denying. Orville, you're now denying that if the World Cup was here,
No, man.
thing.
We don't want different
World Cup would have made some
Big man, don't stop.
benefit.
So what I'm saying, when the tourists come and book into a
So what
hotel,
is your point? I am not
the
denying
point is
what
that
you're
Jamaicans
saying.
benefit
What I
from
am
the
saying to
tourism.
you, Lord God. But nobody's denying that, Mr. Higgins.
You said Jamaicans not benefit
directly.
On top of that, certain income. But that happens every year.
No,
Every
but
year
then
tourists
that
come
means
here, we
Garvey, hold on, man. That means you have to rephrase when you
Yes.
said Jamaicans did not benefit directly.
Directly.
They did. Maybe
Okay,
they wouldn't.
Okay, Mr. Higgins.
They wouldn't.
The direct benefit that Jamaicans would have gotten from the World Cup being here was denied from them. You rather that?
Yeah, you could have probably said that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Or you could even say they would
benefit greater.
more. Yeah, you said more would benefit
Greater.
directly.
But
You
don't
could
say
say
that. Don't say we not benefit directly
Yeah.
from tourism.
There, yo, this ridiculous still.
No, but we just want to be specific because you have a decent point there. that more, I think more people would benefit directly if the World Cup was held.
Why was it
The
so
jerk
hard for
chicken.
you to realize what I was saying to that?
No, man, you have to say it properly, man. So the jerk chicken
No,
man and all
Zidane,
them something
man.
there. We know the
Me
point.
did a plan to go up a stadium with my truck.
No, man, you're right, man. You're right, man. That more would
How
benefit.
me,
It would be wider.
Me, where did I plan to go up there, me jelly? How me make money?
No, you're right. I'm saying
that.
that.
Come
Hey, you
back.
don't have to say that, because this is a simple argument. You're dead right. That more people would benefit directly if the World Cup was there. The jerk chicken man, the juice man, the whatever pair of people would have said all about the place and them. Taxi and all of that. So you're right.
Yeah, then that's my point, man.
Yeah, so that's a reasonable good point. That was one of the better arguments as to why they should have bid for the World Cup. Yeah. This is a fear. This is a fear and objective.
Also remember, when these monies goes into the pocket of the people, guess which part them are going to spend it? And over Cuba, All right, so back in Jamaica, so a big percentage of it is going to filter back into government coffers as well.
All right. Reasonable.
You agree with that, right?
Reasonable point, this.
Hey, Zidane, I want to ask you a question before we go. Leon Bailey's time in the EPL, was it a failure?
No.
Why is that? What is your criteria for saying it was not a failure?
When he played very well, for the most part.
What is... Hey,
remember,
Zidane, you see, during the break...
Let me ask you a question.
No.
You're laughing at me, so I'm going to ask. No, I'm going to ask you a question, and you better be able to answer. Who is the main striker for Aston Villa?
What this has to do with the price of butter, Mr. Higgins?
Who is the... Is that I will ask you?
What
me.
does this have to do?
Who is the main striker? No. Don't run from it.
Mr. Higgins.
Gavi, don't run from it.
Hold on. I nothing to do with the conversation. Mr. Higgins.
I instruct you to answer the question.
Was Leon Bailey's time in the EPL a success, Mr. Higgins?
Define success.
I asked Zidane for his parameter. He
no,
never give me your parameter.
I said yes, and you laughed.
Eyes, Mr. Higgins, what you expected of him going into the EPL? Was he a success, or you were disappointed in how his EPL tenure turned out?
If it depends on how you describe success. If success means he won titles, well, clearly he did not. Aston Villa, I don't think Aston Villa won anything.
Yeah, they create history doing in getting to the Champions League for the first time in decades. And Leon Bailey was one of the best players in that.
But hold on, focus on Leon Bailey.
No, I'm saying Leon. No, but listen to Gav. Gav, you know the reason why I ask you who plays striker for Aston Villa, you can't tell me because you know you don't watch Aston Villa. You do not watch Aston Villa. So you have no clue as to how good Leon Bailey was for Aston Villa because they don't watch English Premier League football. That's why I ask you the question. You're not credible. You're not credible, Gav. Who's the goalkeeper for Aston Villa?
Gavi, tell me what you mean by success.
During Leon Bailey's time in Aston Villa, you know that I watch a lot of his.
Who's the goalkeeper for Aston Villa? Who's the goalkeeper for Aston Villa?
Zidane, his time at Aston Villa was disappointing.
All right.
But you could have ball blood. You could have bring up Martinez name little more.
So you know Martinez.
Aston Villa.
Yes.
His time at Aston Villa was a failure.
Right. But you're not in a position to determine that because you don't watch Aston Villa.
Take your licks.
Which licks?
Big up, Gavi. First hour, come on, God. I wound up going to Manning's, what I am branded as. Oh, Manning's was an elite school in our time still. So maybe me branded as elite. Bramble argument for the year that budget. Trust me. May I get some text on my phone. Anyway, first hour has come and gone. We come back with the song and then back to you.
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Rashid Broadbell, Christopher Taylor, Rasheen McDonald, champion Allison, Orlando Bennett, and Olympic silver medalist Wayne Pinnock in the men's division. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including world champion Shericka Jackson, national junior record holder Alana Reed, the Clayton twins Tia and Tina, world record holder Toby Amusan, and Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist Megan Tapper. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
Hey, joins me, Jermaine Morgan, popular known as your brother Frisco, on Omega Radio Thursdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. through to 9 inside the Praise the Lord show, and Saturdays and Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio show. Tune in and be blessed. You can't afford to miss this show with Brother Frisco on your radio. What you gotta
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Rashid Broadbell, Oblique Seville, national junior record holder Buwaji and Krumi, schoolboy sensation Gary Card, Zarnell Hughes, Christopher Taylor, national champion DeAndre Watkins, the fast rising Zandrian Barnes, and Trey Cunningham. Check out the women's side where some Titanic names are listed, including world champion Sharika Jackson, Shashali Forbes, Natasha Morrison, Favor Ofili, Karika Hill, Sade Williams, and Stacey Ann Williams. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
You know, before I play the song, I would love Badger to tell me if I get a job as a coach or as a teacher down at Tivoli. I look at work and the Tivoli principal say, boy, Mr. Higgins, you can come run off a little English thing down at Tivoli. Or as a coach, come coach the cricket team or the Manning Cup team. Do I get branded as well? I may never know them something. Anyway, first selection brought to you by Edge Campaigns. For people who dream in color. This one is by Tim Godfrey, and it's called Big God.
One time, say. Okay, so if I say, come on, can you feel it? Say. Can you feel it? Yeah, bro. Can you feel it? Yeah, bro. One time. Can you feel it? Yeah, bro. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go.
righty then. That was our first selection here on the program. And you can listen out for 3 o'clock for the other one. All right, let me just take the time to remind you that the Sports Desk is currently streaming on a variety of different platforms. YouTube, Omega Radio. That's the handle which you can find us. Understand that there was a little issue with YouTube. I hope that that has been worked out. Facebook, also Omega Radio. Twitch, Omega Radio Network. TikTok, Omega Radio. And you can get us online on omegaradio.co. So you can watch these things and you can also join in the conversation by commenting on these platforms in real time so that we can, squeeze one and two of the text and read them as well. How is it now, Miss B? Back online. Hello.
Big up for yourself.
Bull. Good afternoon.
I go on.
There.
All right. But bad job. I seriously believe bad job. Or bad job one day because of some school late branding. And it's true. But not political.
They're not political branding matter.
No, in that it's not political.
No, man, in specific, say you get branded politically.
I try to see every month and I allow that.
You will have that. You need to try argue.
Nobody brands 12 and 13-year-old. A little great of you doing pep and pass.
Well, when we asked him, when he said that to him, he jumped Ghana 18 and 19. He said not those, but
Which 19 and 18-year-old?
they don't brand it. They don't brand the first farmer, the second farmer, the third farmer, the fourth farmer. Oh, when they get the fifth farm, they start to brand it.
And the sixth farmer.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sixth farm. Yeah, it was cracking me up. It was silly, man. Ain't no much people I know that alternatively will live are doing a part, my boss.
The quote unquote labor rights school. Anyway, what say you, my boss?
We lose him?
Reflection, right?
Bull, we weren't hearing you.
Yeah, start over, yes.
Yo, now you hear about Raphael Morris?
Yes.
Sports Talk last night, And if you want, I could have sent the interview to him. Talked on Sports Max last night, and he talked about these two specific players, So he said something like this. Unity's Cup squad was difficult for him to pick because a lot of visa issues and players dropping out left, right, and center. So he said he called Raphael and said, listen, like him, I give a chance. Come into the squad, do you want to take it? Raphael said, yes. So Raphael was actually training with the team for a week before him said, he looked good in that training. And of course, he said some intangibles like the vibe around Raphael and like player, like that man, bad and
Mm-hmm.
So he said, all right then.
He's a vibes man.
Yeah, so he said, all right then. And with the quality of Raphael, I'm not here something. Because remember, Raphael was a part of the original Unity Cup squad.
Yes.
So it's like this couple man drop out, he must search on the field and say, you know what, I'm call Raphael and to him. To him fitness there, to him farm there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how Raphael got in the squad now. And based on what happened when he see how the vibe.
So he wasn't really seriously considering Ravel Morris.
Not until the dropping out them go and start happening.
Mm.
That's how we get from the interview.
Yeah.
All right. As it pertains to Bowser now. Bowser job farm and also Bowser league farm. League game, them league finish from I think April 21st. So he said, and this is his word now, he's not there to build up anybody's fitness. So you know that you're long for a month. So he said that if he can't call a player, he build up his fitness. You understand?
You mean regular fitness or match fitness? How would you know whether the player is fit or not?
Obviously, if you sit down not playing ball for a month, your match fitness, your match sharpness for gone, man.
Yeah, well, is there a difference between match sharpness and regular fitness?
Yes. What? Of course. You don't know this?
Yeah, but it's because me know this. Why may I ask? I'm saying him saying him not build up anybody's fitness.
You have to go build up a man. Let's say sharpness.
Then
that's why I want a sharper breakdown of the word.
What did the coach say though, Bull? No, but you can't give it two different arguments in there. Tell us specifically what the coach said. Did he say sharpness or fitness?
It's not there to build up anybody. One term, sharpness or fitness, not sure which one.
Oh, you're not sure.
100% that one.
Yeah, so why the two
two
thing important?
Play in terms of coming at the camp and you're unfit and we have to.
Yeah, but I'm saying for him to say that, he would have to know I'm not fit. Because I can fit, but not football fit, you know. Or match sharp, but that doesn't mean not fit. Me get up and run 2 hours every day and go gym.
I'll give you the two reasons.
All right. We're not making money.
I don't think he had Ravel in mind. If everybody had come into the squad when they need to come into that, I don't.
Yeah, man, I get the point. Yeah.
Favors like you know, say like things just happen. We favor Ravel.
Okay.
In terms of like a man jump out there so and Ravel get something like that. Like stars align our favors come in and just jump right there. So. But two things he highlighted though. We want to talk about. One, the football education in Jamaica. He's saying things where in England and in Europe, the teaching of the game, not teaching not play with the control and pass, but the actual football itself. We call book football now for that.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding angles and all them kind of things here. And spatial awareness, things that young kids in those countries know at 6 to 10. The Jamaicans don't know that.
Yes.
So he's saying that we see first now, it's like the Jamaican players will be what you call late developers. So it's when them go overseas now, them start understanding things there.
Yes.
So he said that is why a player like Cephas, and he mentioned King and he mentioned Atkins. What's his name again?
Dwayne Atkinson.
Yeah, Atkinson. He's saying that these players are what you can call late bloomers.
Yeah, but you know, what's the midfielder from Jamaica College again? Left footer. He did an interview a couple of years ago saying that when he went to Belgium, some training regime is the first time he ever seen them in his life. He said what he was seeing at Jamaica College and is something completely different. So it's not the first time, man. So the player himself was saying that. Tyreek Maggie, yes.
Yeah. So it's like the coach is saying, we out here, we understand all the parts and control and whatever, you know. But you see that spatial awareness there, knowing when to close down that space there, when to move there, so the angles of collecting the ball when you're on the right side other than when you're on the left hand side, all them things you know, it was highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes straight back into coach education.
Yeah.
Who we have a coach for.
And that is exactly why JFF has insisted over the last decade that the coaches need to go through these courses.
Yeah, because I think, for example, in St. Catching, you can't coach any team in St. Catching without at least a D-line, you know.
Yes.
So these are the things though where the coach highlight. And again, I think they're going to get a little bit better maybe academies that will have popping up. Or these coaches at these academies have the requisite skills. So, you know, help our youth there.
Yeah.
Next thing that I want to highlight.
Hold the line though, Bull. We have a break. We give you a couple after. Hold on.
Set the trend, set the trend.
The Trend-Setting Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Rashid Broadbell, Christopher Taylor, Rasheen McDonald, Champion Allison, Orlando Bennett, and Olympic silver medalist Wayne Pinnock in the men's division. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including world champion Sharika Jackson, national junior record holder Alana Reed, the Clayton twins Tia and Tina, world record holder Toby Amusan, and Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist Megan Tapper. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
Something good. Hey, joins me, Jermaine Morgan, popular known as your brother Frisco, on Omega Radio Thursdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. through to 9 inside the Praise the Lord show, and Saturdays and Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio show. Tune in and be blessed. You can't afford to miss this show with Brother Frisco on your radio. What you gotta
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Rashid Broadbell, Oblique Seville, national junior record holder Buwaji and Krumi, schoolboy sensation Gary Card, Zarnell Hughes, Christopher Taylor, national champion DeAndre Watkins, the fast rising Zandrian Barnes, and Trey Cunningham. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including world champion Sharika Jackson, Shashali Forbes, Natasha Morrison, Favor Ofili, Karika Hill, Sade Williams, and Stacey Ann Williams. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Bully, you have another couple.
So, another thing that in talk about is the different style in the Caribbean. So basically, he's saying that when I was playing against the Caribbean team, more of the JPL players would have been, I want to say along the line, of better suited because they know the opponent, they know the kind of football, because Caribbean football is different from what the European players would have faced. What do you think about that, Zidane?
Well, again, the level of is different from what the European face, the style of playing, all of that.
It's different football, so it's kind of like it's better to go with a few JPM players when they played against a Caribbean team.
No, you pick your best.
So?
You pick your best possible 26-man squad.
No, I'm not talking about squad. I'm talking about like who will play.
Yeah,
so
you play your best team.
Against, say if you have a Caribbean, you have a team against these guys, and you have either the new forward from England or say a man who know the.
Me I pick the best. The man who me think best can move into space, dribble past people, and kick the ball like back in it consistently. He me I play.
Okay, so you put no credence.
None of them style of play. No.
They don't think style of football matters to that football.
No, the only way that comes and let me think the two players are very, very close. So I play the one who more familiar with the surroundings and the conditions. If I take them similar in quality. But if there's a gap, I pick my best player.
Okay.
You agree with me?
I think not necessarily. I think sometimes
you disagree them logically.
No. For example, if the quality is way up, then pick the man with more quality.
Yeah, no, that me I say. So if Mikel Antonio did not get hurt and is a fit and available, me I pick him over the youngster from Arnett Garden.
Over Warner, bro.
Yes.
Because the quality is far.
Yes.
The quality is
far. I agree. If the quality is there similar in quality, then we can understand. Said he's more familiar with playing against Caribbean counterparts and in the Caribbean and the Caribbean pitches and all of that.
Not say similar, but maybe the little man is ahead of Warner, bro. In terms of
no man, me pick my best. If me clear that this man is my best centre forward, that him me play my boss. Yes.
Sometimes you have to go with the players who understand.
No, me not that. Which your team finish in the league again, Bull?
Which team?
Your team.
Which one? I have two teams.
Any team your coach have win anything yet?
Oh, team my coach. Yeah, I won the youth championship.
Oh, me surprised. I'm surprised.
I win the youth championship 3 times.
All right, dig up yourself.
I mean, I can win a little food.
All right. You can win that trade. You can win that 300,000 today. All right.
Hold on. If we win your league, you have to apologize to the
most definitely, because I some normal side of coming up, so you have to be a really good coach. All right. All right, cool.
It would mean the assistant coach is doing a good job. All right, big up yourself.
I am not. But you don't know, I'm not the coach of the team. I don't have no selfie. I'm the coach side.
Okay, all right. Big up yourself, Bull. Why, but you see that it in my phone, people. But you say wish him could have called back, you know. But you take your licks, man. But you forget you said it, man. I'll start with something else tomorrow.
Students who go to Tivoli get branded as laborers. The line's open, people. 615-2841 or 676-6968.
What has happened to CC? I haven't heard from CC in a couple of days. Well done. CC, all right. Call us, man. Come talk about the squad. We're not hearing from you.
And we're not. Wait, well, we go back online. Hello. Hello.
You're on.
Oh, yeah. Afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Man. Expert here from Kingston.
Who?
Zidane.
Who you said you are again?
Express from Kingston.
Oh, Express from Kingston. Yes, nice.
Yeah, man. My gentleman said PSS can win game. Ella.
No, he was asking us how come.
How to really slip on, sir?
He said PSS are in the final, but he didn't hear a lot the experts on the program talking about PSS leading up.
Yeah, man. I don't think PSS have a chance to outcome. To me, it's like a little better than a big brother.
When I say PSS have no chance, give me your things for love.
No, I think for love, but probably them probably can squeeze a one game.
A one game.
I know also always give away a one game.
You're gonna get the shock of your life.
Get blow out in one game.
You're gonna get the shock of your life in this series.
You feel so?
Me know so.
No, man. What am the NCB, JBC, Kentucky, KFC, OKC in 5, man.
No, you have to give us. You have to give us some of the names, man. You have to use somebody.
I don't think Peters can stand up again.
You don't think so?
OKC just too high and too tall and too wide, you know.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, the regular boys, in the Unity Cup now. What do you think? I never hear your comment on the game.
Well, all right. Somebody corrected me yesterday evening. Said, "Listen, Zidane, you probably mean that they looked better going forward in terms of their movement and the pace at which they played with than before. Not that it was overwhelmingly great." And the person is right. So I applaud them for looking better in terms of the spaces on the field, the pace in which they played, how they created space for themselves. It looked much better than we saw before, because remember we used to scratch our head at even the game against Grenada away. St. Vincent, we say, what is this? What is going on? So I was very impressed with how we moved the ball, and as I said, they kept very impressed with Cephas. He made a lot happen, and the coach did better at finding ways for him to be isolated against the right side of defenders. So I like that part of the game. We could have defended better, so it's a good look.
Yeah, the difference for me, sometimes they look like they're just out of sync. I don't know if they didn't play much games together.
Yeah, Mason Holgate struggled, my boss.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I saw improvement in the game, you know. But it was a good look. Yeah, that's it. That's my little 2 cents for now.
All right, Express.
Express. Just want to keep up the good work.
Yeah, man.
Respect.
All right, cool.
All right, 615-2841. 615, call it right now, or 676-6968. Don't you all be texting the phone and be full of arguments on my phone. I wish I could call and know what to do, because I'm full of speech by my phone. Call the show. We go back online. Hello. Oh, Lord. I think we lost somebody there.
Yes, indeed. Quite a number of. I would love to hear the people and give them views as well, because Badger said I'm coming to take on the world tomorrow. Badger says that I live for this. I'm coming. Badger, don't do that to yourself, my boss. Man, you have been doing well over the last 2 or 3 months calling the program. No water than yourself that once you're in the school of a politician, you will be branded that you're associated with that party. The kids. No, Badger, man, come on.
I wonder if that is true about the teachers and the coaches as well. So, Badger, if me no want to be branded, don't take a job in a no PNP school or no labor rights school. Because people are going to think me a labor right or PNP because of which I'm a work. You know, things so with that backward, Badger.
Not at all.
We don't reach this.
Say. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Evangelist this?
No, man.
This is
not London. It's
not yes, London is
Not
right.
London. Oh, yeah.
My Arsenal friend.
No, man. I tuned in today. I was listening, but they're disappointed me.
Yes.
But I need to ask one question. The coach, what's the coach name I use to coach Charlie Smith? Jerome.
Jerome Waite.
Is Jerome Waite branded?
According to
No,
Badger,
I've never heard anybody associated with any political party. Never.
Exactly. He has coached both Charlie Smith and he has coached both, now he's at Tivoli.
Yes. And he coach on it.
Right.
Yes. And he coach.
And Arnett Gardner also.
Yes. He's branded as a coach. That's all.
So according to Badger, I want to know what Waite is branded as.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it was a nonsensical argument.
Yeah,
and,
yes, it was.
But sometimes some of these men, they're intelligent, but them probably just come as a comedian for certain days, and you just have to laugh.
Yes, man. He was cracking us up today.
Yeah, you don't take it. I don't think it was serious today. I think him just come to give people some joke, and I think it worked out, and it worked out bad for him. You know, and knowing Badger, him not going to stop. He might come back just to prove that when we say I never foolishly. And you guys have to prepare yourself for that.
Good luck.
Zidane.
Yes.
The NBA finals.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you are boosting Indiana, and you're kind of right on some point in terms of how they have played throughout.
Yeah, let me tell you the difference between Indiana and Minnesota, for example, the Timberwolves. Hold the line. I'll tell you after the break. Don't move. We'll take a break. We're coming back.
Yes.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spears and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Top seed Yannick Sinner cruised into the French Open semifinals with a ruthless straight-set victory over Alexander Bulik to bring the Kazakh's remarkable run to Paris to an end. The Italian was in imperious form and still is yet to drop a set at Roland Garros. He won 6-1, 7-5, 6-0. Sinner is hunting a first major title since Paris Clay, having previously only gone as far as the last four, losing a 5-set thriller to Carlos Alcaraz last year. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spears and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal! Fosrich Financing.
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Rashid Broadbell, Christopher Taylor, Rasheen McDonald, champion Allison, Orlando Bennett, and Olympic silver medalist Wayne Pinnock in the men's division. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including world champion Sharika Jackson, national junior record holder Alana Reed, the Clayton twins Tia and Tina, world record holder Toby Amusan, and Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist Megan Tapper. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
Paul, I need help with my vehicle cost this year. It's going through the roof. You think I should call Keith?
You're mad.
Don't you want a system that easy for you?
Yeah, man.
You want the best price boat here too?
Yeah, man. I bet you want real-time alert and island-wide coverage. Yeah, man. So the smart choice is Hawkeye.
They will give you a free 30-day trial.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell me something. You ever say anything but yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Just say yeah, man to Hawk Tracker from Hawkeye. Call us at 926 Hawk. Conditions apply.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Rashid Broadbell, Oblique Seville, national junior record holder Buwaji and Krumi, schoolboy sensation Gary Card, Zarnell Hughes, Christopher Taylor, national champion DeAndre Watkins, the fast rising Zandrian Barnes, and Trey Cunningham. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including world champion Sharika Jackson, Shashali Forbes, Natasha Morrison, Favor Ofili, Karika Hill, Sade Williams, and Stacey Ann Williams. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back with you, London is red. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes,
I'm here.
while the very best player is on the Thunder, and once you see two teams are close, you might want to always lean towards the team that you think have the best player. But one of the things that the Thunder have done is overwhelm people with the dominance of their bench. They won't be able to, I don't think they will overwhelm Indiana, because I think actually Indiana could argue that their bench is better. They have a lot of scoring, confident players, and they go very deep as well from a scoring standpoint. So I don't think they will destroy them in that regard. And also, the Thunder defensive strength is actually the perimeter. They have a lot of swarming perimeter defender. I think two key players, and he won Eastern Conference Player of the Series, is Pascal Siakam. He's not really a perimeter player. So it's the bigs will have to stop him. So I'm saying that's where also I think Indiana can close the gap. So that's why I think the series will be much more competitive than a lot of people anticipate that it will be.
One question, Zidane. What's the head-to-head result in the season?
In the regular season?
Regular season, yeah, for both.
The Thunders won both games, but I don't want to pay too much attention to that.
Because Indiana is a late bloomer as far as the concern.
Yes. And plus, some of those games, players had missed those games, etc. But I don't want to judge them based off those. Those games, nobody care about those games and what happened in those games. Irrelevant.
Exactly. That not really count now.
So but the Thunder is the favorite, but I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park for them.
No, it will be a very close series. They might even go 7 games.
I think so.
And the better team will win.
Yes.
And the better team will win.
All right.
But I am back in OKC.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but I back them in a 7. I not expect it to be a blowout. I walk in the park a 4-2 or a 4-1. I expect the game to go to 7 right through.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect it to be a close series, but I'll be back in OKC.
Yes. All right. Fair enough. Logical.
Yes, man. All right.
Yes.
And gentlemen, tell Garvey to behave himself.
Yeah. With what? When we today? Not done today.
Garvey is a very good call lineup. We can't tell you that. I love listening to Garvey. But what more on Garvey do is take the emotion from out of the sport or whatever.
You know that.
And the politics. Just come out, take the politics out of the sports right now and make we discuss sport.
You know that.
Some of the things that Garvey had talked about what happened way back when a long time ago. So it don't make sense. We are discussing the same thing over and over. We can move on from that now. It has gone wrong. We know where everybody did wrong and we're correcting. So let us work towards correcting things for the benefit of our sporting heroes and our people in general. But it don't make sense to go over the same thing over and over.
You know the amount of people who say Garvey is a good caller, and then all that is
Yes,
followed by.
man. May I tell you, man.
Yeah, but you know, they say Garvey is a good caller, but Garvey, what you want people to say is that you're a good caller and there's no but. If you understand. But they always have a
lot
but.
of buts.
Yeah.
All right.
Good caller.
All right,
but.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents for today. So you gentlemen, don't take it easy.
Yes, man.
All right. Good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 615-2841.
Indeed.
Or 676-6968. And let me just always stay with the text line. We're not text yet, Miss B. I could see if we see, yeah, there are quite a few. So I could look on some text, yeah.
Text message. It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Orville, back in my days, students were being chased away from some secondary schools in 1980. The secondary school, which was located in a JLP era, you have students from known PNP era being chased away by JLP activists. It used to also happen within the secondary school that are warring rivals. It used to play out when there is a secondary school athletes champs that used to be held at the National Stadium. I'm not saying that didn't happen, but it is not because the students were branded. That is just political thing I rear its head. When I can understand what you're saying, but it is not because the students were branded. It's just politics that play out its head.
Those students were branded because of where they are coming from. So, and as he said in the text, that you come from down at a PMP place and your school is in Tivoli, them use it against you.
Right.
So it's not because of the school that you're attending. So you're actually making our point.
Yeah. Somebody said, Bull, don't play Orville knowledge. Anyway, good. What is Bull don't play me knowledge? All right, so Baggio comes back now and says, I'm shocked and surprised that Zidane. Then again, he is young to understand that Orville is from country. But you were branded to the school you go to. George's was branded as a Chinese school. KC, when it just started, Tivoli was a JLP school. What I'm talking about is my experience, and no one can tell me otherwise. All right, Baggio. This is Gavin. Now, Zidane, what parameter are you using to say Bailey's time was a success? He never managed to nail down a consistent starting spot, even when healthy. As such, I can only see his time as disappointing.
Yeah, I'm only going to talk to somebody who actually was watching Bailey at Aston Villa. And you don't know Ali Watkins, you never watch Aston Villa during Bailey's time. So don't talk to me about Aston Villa, Gavin.
All right, good day, Sports Desk. While I'm not blocking the road for Shamar Nicholson to be in the current squad, I believe he could since Leon Bailey. This is Flacco. Flacco said from Bailey can be there. So good, Bowser. Good afternoon, guys. I've listened to this show for years and heard some ridiculous things, but this call by Badger must be the worst call ever on any program in the world. All right, here's another one. Driver, on the football, you're talking crap. How the word prejudice come in your sentence?
Yeah.
Zidane, I like how you don't let it slide. Badger, you're a waste man. I swear. Zidane, don't know if you stop encourage foolishness on the good show.
We were discouraging the foolishness, actually.
Gentlemen, did Bonnie Shaw stop play for Jamaica? Not that I know of. Hey, Orville Shortman from North Carolina. Did you hear about that girl that they stripped of her medal in the 100 meters overseas who won and celebrated with a fire extinguisher? No.
Yeah, I saw a video with a girl crying about how hard she worked and all of that. I saw the fire. I don't understand the story, but I didn't read fully about it. But I saw a video with her crying. And I think her father or her coach, one of them were sitting beside her. And she was saying, oh, she worked hard. Yeah, maybe we can discuss that.
Yeah, I love to see. Let me go back and line. Hello.
Hello, New York.
Good afternoon, Diego.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
I love what's going on to the last 2 days, man. You guys' system is unpredictable, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
The unpredictability. Please, 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 don't try to help Badger for me. Please don't destroy him tomorrow. Try and help him. Badger. But give him a chance to explain himself. Give him a chance. Don't make him change the goalpost, you know, because you know Badger's skillful enough.
Yes. You might try to change my phone already.
You see it?
Yeah.
Because the first thing we think about, you know, my cousin that went to, me go Calabar, one of my brother them go Vauxhall, one go Tarrant.
What were you branded as?
We all can relate to, you know.
What were you branded as?
No, you go Calabar. Well, if we talk about branding now, you're branded as like your society school or like if you go KC and JC, you know, you're elite then. You're branded as an elite. If that's what I talk about, but not the political branding.
Politics brand.
So sometimes you get branded. Say if you go, you know my deals now, you go all champion and them school there. You're branded as a nerd or you know.
Yeah.
You don't know what about.
Yeah, man. People from all over the Jamaica got Tivoli, you know what? People from PNP stronghold go Tivoli, you know, brother. So me can't understand.
So man, that am confused now. As kids, how we brand each other depending on which school you go.
No, man. People not walking around during daily life and say, you know that school are pure labor right over there. No, my boss, it's not happening.
Then that means, you know, when my brother went to Tarrant, which is up on Malines Road, sometimes the man they'll reach home early, you know, because they're branded as, well, you know, a bad man school today, you know, badness. So the political, one of my cousins went to Norman Manley. So what was he branded as? 12-year-old. What was he branded as, Badgio?
Well, he said it's 12. When you're in first and second and third form, you're never branded. It's when you get to sixth form, then they start to brand you. That's what he said when he was.
Oh, well, Tarrant never have sixth form, so I guess I'm not included.
There you go. The difference between fifth farm and sixth farm is a summer, you know?
Yes.
So June we not branded as labor, but September 1 you are labor.
What you know?
Hold on, Diego.
Hold on, Diego.
Yes.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Red Stripe, Heineken, True Milk, Grace, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Lotteries Act.
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Rashid Broadbell, Christopher Taylor, Rasheen McDonald, champion Allison, Orlando Bennett, and Olympic silver medalist Wayne Pinnock in the men's division. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including world champion Sharika Jackson, national junior record holder Alana Reed, the Clayton twins Tia and Tina, world record holder Toby Amusan, and the Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist Megan Tapper. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolios. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Rashid Broadbell, Oblique Seville, national junior record holder Bawaji and Krumi, schoolboy sensation Gary Card, Zarnell Hughes, Christopher Taylor, national champion DeAndre Watkins, the fast rising Zandrian Barnes, and Trey Cunningham. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including world champion Sharika Jackson, Shashali Forbes, Natasha Morrison, Favor Ofili, Karika Hill, Sade Williams, and Stacey Ann Williams. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, Diego.
Back with you, Diego.
Well, I'm not tell you, man. Baggio get quit. So much entertainment. You know, my cousin, she went to Alpha. So she listened to the show. I don't find them check when I'm going to hear the show.
Yes.
When she heard Baggio, she started to laugh. She said, Diego. But this more entertaining than when I listen to Tyler Perry and what sisters. The first time I listen to that show, I forget to laugh.
Yes.
And all the callers like Baggio. Baggio get famous already. She said, boy, Hollywood sisters that I watch and Tyler Perry not funny like this one. Boy, I'm telling you, she used to live in Rollington Town.
Yeah.
But you get labeled according to your community. That's how I know Jamaica is.
Yes.
Community is
Yes.
what labels you.
Yes. Where you
For
live.
example, is that I grew up in Kingston, live everywhere at Kingston before we bought the house that you went then. So primary school days of my half a tree, I live everywhere. Half Waltham Park, half Spanish Town Road, half Ag Park Road, half everywhere. Half near Land, near Waterhouse, Binns Road. You get labeled. You see, when I go uptown now, we get labeled again now. When them say uptown, when we go UN then now, me say me are uptown, we get labeled again to see a man.
Yes.
So you get labeled in Jamaica according to your community, Baggio. Stop it.
Yes.
Not based on your school.
No, sir.
No, they're not going to align in the political party to you based on your school that you attend. Not at all.
But you know, you see in America, Zidane, New York, you know my school name, John F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King and all kind of name, you know. I never hear this yet, boy. But Baggio will come explain him thing, but don't make him switch your goalpost by you know.
No, he won't be able to.
Mention something now to me. First of all, you have a good question for the coach, but Orville, that's a good question before when them do the press thing now. Can't you guys get somebody from sports desk to go ask him?
That would,
the same thing when you're talking about the
well, Bull,
the raffle, man.
Bull, as somebody wrote it to me, and Bull cleared it up as well that he was asked these questions on Sportsmax yesterday, and he said he didn't intend to call Rafael, but some players dropped out and they were desperate, so they decided to say, let's give Rafael a call. And then they said, you're interested, and he said yes. And then when he saw him now working in training, and then Bull saying he said the vibes with the other, among the other players, he liked it as well. So he said, you know, I'm going to continue to work with him for now. But he's still insisting that he thinks Ravels need to move to another league.
So I have a question now to you. Now, are you satisfied with that explanation, or you still have an issue?
I half and half. Because I don't think players should be eliminated.
You sound like your best friend up the road, you know.
No,
you
man.
like the Maverick.
I don't think a player should be eliminated based on the league where man plays. As a rule.
You just remind me.
As a rule. But if him call him and him do well and him say and the players them like him and him sit up not training, I don't have no problem with that. I had a problem with the original statement that you can't be playing in a third division and get called. Let me tell you something. This reminds me of when Captain Burrell had made a statement, and before the captain passed, he and I had a serious argument about it. You remember when Sean Fraser was playing in the third division in Mexico? The brother we call Matan.
Sean Fraser played in New York, man. I mean,
There you go.
great Mataran, man. Big
Mataran.
baller.
He was playing third division in Mexico, and Jamaica was about to play Mexico. And Captain Burrell came at a press conference and said, they asked him about Sean Fraser, like how he was used to Mexican conditions if he would be playing. And Captain Burrell said, how could we pick a man to play for the Reggae Boys who is playing in the third division in Mexico? What would the Mexicans think about we? if we have to use I mean, say, Captain, what kind of statement that? And suppose that third division man, they better than the man we have. And I remember him saying, Ego, you think I shouldn't say it? I said, Captain, no, I have got pressure up on the radio tomorrow. And then, I think me the call him and him kind of slowly walking back. But as a rule, me not think you have to say that. Even if it's in your head, you can't say that.
Because, okay, so you're not satisfied?
No, half and half.
You're not satisfied with the explanation?
No, I'm not satisfied with the original statement. But I could be satisfied with him saying, you know what, let me give him a try and how him look. In other words, I don't know what the standard of the third division is, which part him I play. But let's say it's at the same level as the Premier League or one step higher. I wouldn't want a coach to come out directly and say, man, you have to play something higher than the Jamaican Premier League. Forget that. As a rule, me can't work with that because there might just be one like a diamond where I play where other things. So, but me kind of like Ravel, So to me, although me never like the original statement, me no mind the facts I'm calling. And if him I play it satisfactorily, then him should be considered.
No man, I just when you say the fence, you're on the fence this morning, you remind me of Maverick when me ask him who's a better player. LeBron James or Michael Jordan.
Why that was so? I don't understand why all these debates and these war for a toss-up. I don't understand. No argument, should know what it is.
That means you're gonna go. It can drive the toss. The coin can drop heads or tails. So
Yes.
why are you debating these people for
So
months about who's better?
if somebody says Jordan, then he basically agrees because it's a toss-up. Yes. So why are you arguing warring the people? People say Jordan.
No comment.
So if you're in a debate with him, the guy say, "So Maverick, you really tell us who you think is the greater of the two." He would have get a debate like when G started with preacher and say it's a toss-up.
But I was ready. No man, I was ready for him to give me I was ready to debate it because a long time I want to get through. I was ready to debate now because I have Michael Jordan as better. But remember, if you talk to 1,000 people,
all right. Let me tell you what happened.
500 LeBron, 500
Let me tell you what.
To debate it to Zidane.
Let me tell you what happened to Maverick this morning. Maverick is afraid of the big callers like you, So him know you have American, you're a basketball guy. He's not really a basketball guy. So he was afraid that if him go say LeBron this morning, you kill him. So he will throw you out by the saying that it's a toss-up kind of why you come with your argument and beat him up.
Zidane, you live in New York where they breathe, sleep basketball like you guys.
I say, afraid man, afraid you're going to say there's a toss-up for you to take him on.
That is the argument that 1,000 people. We have every argument on both sides, so I was ready for him, but the man not give me no parameters, nothing. The man says that
Let me give you another funny one. When he's asked, what do you use to say LeBron is greater than Michael? I use everything. Like what? I use everything. That's not answering the question. They want to know. You must have a main reason why you say X is greater than Y. And he say everything.
You forget me and you debate that for 4 months when you got UA.
Yes.
And the region, LeBron. I bet you can't tell me my parameter from right now. What is my parameter?
You're excellent at the very top level, which is the NBA final.
And your performance.
Yeah, your performance. Yeah, excellent at the top level, which is the NBA final. Yeah, that way.
You tell me everything now. I come with my parameters and you tell me you. I'm not going to debate you. I'm not going to debate you, pan.
Yeah, you're not that.
That's why I keep going to the same Robinson. Big up yourself, Mr. Robinson, because it's not about agreeing or disagreeing. It's about understanding what a discussion is. Because I was ready to take him on, when he said the best team he ever seen is this Oklahoma City. Already me ready for call. I said, well, hold on. You have to compare them to the championship team of 94 Bulls and the Golden State team. Because I'm using the parameter now as best team as dominance in championship. The man have a different parameter. Somebody leave him alone. If he's talking about something different, he go, but you need parameters.
Yes.
So you can have a discussion if you don't have no parameters. That doesn't make no sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. One last thing before I leave. Darren Sammy now.
Yeah.
You have to get the facts on this. he has left the T20 because he cannot fulfill his duty as a T20 coach?
No, the test squad will be having their regular camp before the Australian series.
Right.
And he's the test coach as well. Now, what somebody does tell me, we may not confirm yet, is that the test squad is going to be called the camp while the T20 series are going, and he may have to leave.
Oh Lord,
that can't make no sense.
But if people talking about conflict now, that can't make sense.
That's why.
So the camp is more important than a series in England, T20 series where we're talking about money, ranking. The camp don't help you with ranking.
I'm glad you remind me. I go and check in with my sources and find out.
Yeah, man. This is super, but you know,
but here's what I want to know. People like Ruston Chase. I think Ruston is part of the T20 squad. And him is the test captain. Will he leave the T20 squad as well? For the test camp?
But these are questions you have to get for we the fans.
No, because me never
inside connection.
No, but I told the thing running now, Diego. Me even that thing so nothing could have gone. But now, between now and the end of the program, I will tell you what it is.
No more. Maggio, I'll wait for you tomorrow, but don't change your goalpost per week. I know you're skillful.
All right, Diego.
All right, Diego. Big up.
Say no more. Yeah.
All right. We take a break. Music and others after that.
Go straight to Western Sports for all your track and field needs, like spikes, high jump equipment, throwing implements, hurdles, not to mention your team tracksuits, running tights, vests, and shorts. The time by Western Sports, the sports people, is
3 o'clock.
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Rashid Broadbell, Christopher Taylor, Rasheen McDonald, champion Allison, Orlando Bennett, and Olympic silver medalist Wayne Pinnock in the men's division. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including world champion Shericka Jackson, national junior record holder Alana Reed, the Clayton twins Tia and Tina, world record holder Toby Amusan, and Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist Megan Tapper. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolios. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Rashid Broadbell, Oblique Seville, national junior record holder Buwaji and Krumi, schoolboy sensation Gary Card, Zarnell Hughes, Christopher Taylor, national champion DeAndre Watkins, the fast rising Zandrian Barnes, and Trey Cunningham. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including world champion Shericka Jackson, Shashali Forbes, Natasha Morrison, Favor Ofili, Karika Hill, Sade Williams, and Stacey Ann Williams. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
You know, say look like the man who says, Sammy, there's a clash with the T20s. I think the T20s against Ireland. Because after we leave England with them T20 games, yeah, we are going back to Ireland for some T20 games. And me understand, so maybe Sammy won't be there and chase them. But I'm coming back. Selection number 2, brought to you by Edge Campaigns for People Dreaming Color. This one is called, it's Yaba. Big up Yaba. Today's Wednesday afternoon. Yeah. So Yaba selection, number 3 on the album, and it's Love is Music.
Your voice is set for me. Every word you say in sweet harmony. Sweet music, thinking of you makes me smile. Manifest your love, all your hearts and mind. Sweet memory, when I whisper your name, this joyous feeling is always the same. Oh, this melody that's into me is always a music coming from my heart. Is always sweet music. Your song the best part. Love music. You're my beautiful sound. Every man in my life is where you belong. Thanks again, my love, for this memory. All your love in sweet harmony. Time no strange. Now we're back into and sweet music play. Oh, this melody playing from my heart is always what you say. Only you and for me is always what you say. In the right key is always what you say.
All right, so that is Love is Music on the Yaba album, brought to you by the Yaba people. Big up to the Yaba people. All right, so now I'm looking at a release. So, driver, take your bow on this one, because me never even, I was aware of the release, but me never even realized that this is going. So I'm reading parts of it now. Head coach Darren Sammy, as well as his assistants Floyd Reefer and Ravi Rampal, will also depart to join the Test Series camp after the England leg of the tour. A strategic move as he prepares for his first outing as head coach of the Test team. So there will be a camp in Barbados, I think July 13 to 21. While them there Ireland are play the T20s, because we were in Ireland for the 1 days, come to England for some other 1 days. We're going then play some T20 in England, which going to start Friday. then go back to Ireland for some T20s. Darren Sammy will not be in Ireland for those T20s because there's a camp in Barbados from July 30 to July 21 that the West Indies head coach will. If this is not overkill, I don't know what is. How can the coach of the T20 team see a West Indies camp as priority over presiding over some T20 internationals against? Well, I must be because of Ireland. But it don't, look good people. So Ryan Griffith has been promoted to oversee the T20 them in Ireland. I'd love to hear from Dwight Chattu on that. One more reason why this was just too much. Anyway, back on line. Hello.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Whoa.
Dangerous in 5 years.
People may never know. Same. Dwight Chattu, what do you make?
Good afternoon, Dwight.
Hey, what y'all doing?
Yes.
I'm listening to you.
What do you make of the fact that Sammy will leave the Ireland T20s and will come preside over a test camp in Barbados?
I don't have a problem with it.
You don't?
No. Why would I have a problem with that? I mean,
you win the
international cricket is the way that it is. There are times I've seen in the past where the coach of England, the coach of Australia, doesn't go on a particular tour. He sends an assistant coach
because he has to go to a camp.
I think there was a time. Go again. Whether it is to give him a break.
No, man, but we're not talking a break. We are talking about coming to a test camp.
Orville, listen. I don't think that it's that significant.
Oh, you're not thinking.
England has hired one coach to captain both their white ball and their test team. And they have said in going that way, clearly you're going to sit down and look at the schedule going forward and try to make the whole thing work. All right, so they would have been aware, and this is the way that they're going. I don't think it's a big deal with him not being around for the Ireland camp, for the Ireland legend tour. That more than likely was planned from in advance.
We see it different. I don't like it.
Yeah, you're gonna say it different because you're biased against Sammy.
What's my bias against Sammy?
All right, Orville,
you know one thing.
I'm answering your question.
No, man, but before me ask you, one thing, the day that I wish for, that you would come on this program and make one conversation happen with you not misquoting. No, you say I am biased against Sammy.
Hold on. What did I misquote you with?
You say me biased against Sammy.
That's a misquote?
Yeah.
You don't know what misquote means?
No, well, or misrepresent. Misrepresent. I never biased against Sammy.
How I misrepresent?
Because I'm not biased against Sammy, none at all.
No. That's your opinion. How you know go tell me?
I'm telling you biased first.
Say you're biased. I am misquoting you. I didn't quote you.
You misrepresent me.
Yeah. How did I misrepresent you?
Because I'm not biased against the man.
All right. Note something here. You said after I presented the stats on Sammy about how well he did with the white ball team, everybody hearing those stats find them to be impressive stats, whereas you said that he didn't do anything much. You today said on the radio that I'm presented convoluted stats. Why did you say that?
Because when we ask you who were the quality of the teams, what you did say again? Sammy's record against quality.
I said I had presented them previously. But if you want,
yeah, man, get me them
again. I will present the stats now.
Yeah.
So 2 years before Sammy took charge, 25 games, the West Indies won 7 in 25 games before Sammy took charge. All teams. Since Sammy has been in charge, the first one was 25 games. Since Sammy was in charge up until when he was hired to get the test captaincy, 27 games. He won 15 of those games. Before, the percentage is 27%. Now the percentage is 56%.
Who were these games
Let us go further.
Yeah.
Let us eliminate all of what you call the weak teams. So we're going to eliminate the Netherlands and Ireland and Nepal and UEI and USC and Zimbabwe and all others. All right? Before Sammy took charge, 17 games. Let me name the teams.
No, man, just tell me what was his record against the
Okay. So against those strong teams, 18%. since Sammy has taken charge,
Mhm.
47% against strong teams.
Okay. All right. May I have to go check them stats there? Hold on.
Oh,
Where
yeah,
these
but you
Hold
said
on.
I presented convoluted
No, because
stats on the radio.
let me ask you.
But you know why you said that?
Then do
You
what? Let me
said
ask you
that
this now.
because
Were these teams at full strength when we played them?
Orville, I don't know.
Because I remember playing
no,
against South Africa.
International cricket is international
Well,
cricket.
all right, I hear.
Zin?
I hear.
So now back to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you know why you take these stats with a grain of salt and go on the radio and use the words convoluted. Almost to say it's rubbish stats.
Let me tell you why I not trust your stats, my boy.
Because you are biased against Sammy.
Let me tell you why I not trust your stats. You looked up the stats for Bradman in the Bodyline series and came away with the conclusion that some other batsman was more targeted based on the stats.
What was the stats that I presented with Bradman?
When both of we know what the stats are, Bradman make more runs.
Just tell me what was the statistic that I presented with Bradman.
Whatever stats you came away with, you misinterpret.
No, I never presented stats. I presented the words of one of the greatest cricket. No.
We're not go back with that. But me not like the facts of my T20
no.
I feel leave that I want test.
Orville, you know what people say when we're on the radio, we give each other a chance.
Right.
So you go and talk and then me will talk.
I don't believe that you're always the most reliable person in how you interpret stats.
Okay, so my turn now. Yeah. I have never presented false stats on the radio.
No, me not say false.
My interpretation of the stats are always 100%.
No. You can't. Interpretation.
Always 100% spot on. And I don't think somebody would even know the stats to talk to me about the stats.
No, man.
All right?
You looked at the Bodyline series.
It's my time for talking. It's my time for talking.
And then tell me, you're a Bradman.
Let me lay the point and then you can jump in.
Yeah,
let me lay the point and then you jump in. On Bradman, I presented the words from one of the greatest cricket historians that we ever know. Definitely the person who they say is the godfather when it comes on to the Bodyline series. The man gave all his sources who him interviewed, down to all the umpires the man interviewed. And in the book, in the man's own words, they said, Mr. Woodfull was the most targeted. I also found information from the BBC.
We know what you said, man, but me think you misinterpreted that series.
No, we're not king. No, when we are killer with data.
I think you misinterpret something you read where it says singles overrated.
No, dog.
So me not always read the conclusions. No, me just say, all right, no matter what you say now, me think your interpretation of cricketing data is what the word? Iffy at best. But we hold it on. We give you a minute.
Okay, so the most important
hold on, man. With that on a break. We give you a couple of minutes.
Okay.
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Rashid Broadbell, Christopher Taylor, Rasheen McDonald, champion Allison, Orlando Bennett, and Olympic silver medalist Wayne Pinnock in the men's division. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including world champion Sharika Jackson, national junior record holder Alana Reed, the Clayton twins Tia and Tina, world record holder Toby Amusan, and the Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist Megan Tapper. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussions. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody. Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at
876-204-9356. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. I find an article here, Dwight. Respond to it for me. Hello?
Two more things I have to say. And remember, it's
No, man. Let me just
dangerous in 20.
help me with this article.
No, I'm not going to help you, but you can share your article.
Yeah, it says that when Sammy took up the job as test coach, West Indies had played 28 ODIs and he had won 15. Is that the same stats you're quoting?
I'm looking at my stats again. And from cricket info, between the 12th of July, 2023.
All right, so let me tell you.
The 17th of December.
Let me tell you what my source
in total,
is.
the West Indies played 27 games and you won 15.
Oh, so basically the same thing. Because they said 28 and 15. So he won 15 or 15 out of 28 or 15 out of 27. I would like to have a breakdown of those 15 games that he won. But for what it's worth. All right, go on.
All right, so now, Orville,
yeah.
The most important thing that you said before we went after the break was it doesn't matter what I say or what I share, you're going to hold to your opinion. That's why you said it.
I am saying
yeah, man, your view
yeah, but me can't tell you what I say.
And sharing stats. It doesn't matter what I say.
Yeah, but
what I present.
But let me tell
you. Will hold to your
let
position.
me clarify.
No. Let me finish now.
I never really that necessary.
Okay, all right.
I'm saying
go ahead and talk.
I'm saying you have a tendency to look at figures and not interpret them properly. So go on, your time.
Yeah, but we just looked at one particular set of figures, saw that I interpreted them spot on. No, two set of figures, both the Sammy one and the Borderline Series one. You want us to come on the program another day, we can do it again, and we'll find out at the end of the day that I do not have a tendency.
All right,
you
me
just have a
disagree.
bias.
Me disagree.
All right, but hear me, pop. Me don't want to go down that. Me don't want to really go down in them things because me don't have time debating stats. No, finally, when Maverick was on the radio saying that Shea Hope are the greatest batsman in the West Indies right now, and he should walk back onto the test team.
Yeah.
What was your opinion?
No.
Why not? He had test experience.
Let me tell you why.
Shea Hope played
but you asked me the question, why not?
Hadn't Shea Hope played test cricket before?
Let me tell you why. When during those days, West Indies had, I think, 4 batsmen averaging in the third, who were 30 at the average. There was Nkrumah Bonner, who was averaging in the 30s. There was Kyle Mayers, who was averaging in the 30s. There was Brathwaite himself, and there was Blackwood. I didn't see Shea Hope getting in the middle with people who were outperforming him in test cricket. So 4 batsmen who were averaging in the 30s.
But he made this comment as well.
Yes.
When Bonner got dropped, when Miles looked like he never go on. I mean, I think there was nobody else who was averaging in the 40s.
No, man, I never said 40s.
Averaging in the 40s.
No,
Bonner had gotten dropped. Blackwood had gotten dropped. No, man, no. Let's get the facts right. Those guys had gotten dropped. People were concerned about the test.
No, which guys were gotten?
Maverick came out. No, wait, no, man.
No, man, I don't want you about no Maverick. I am saying my argument about Shea Hope.
Orville, just let me just
no, because I don't want you to mention the Maverick.
Interrupt you.
No, because you're misrepresenting me. You're misrepresenting me again. My argument about Shea Hope in the West Indies test team preceded anything where any little man said about. I had always said that a man with average 25 can be an automatic pick in my team. Because
Yeah,
we didn't have a team
we
in them.
know all of that.
Good.
We know all of that.
But
That was
now
a long
everybody
time
are averaging the
position.
20s
no, wait,
as
man,
well.
Calm down, man.
Good, sir.
Orville, people really want to hear your position. You know? We know one particular caller who want to hear your position.
Right.
And they want to give you a chance to talk so you can explain
Yes,
yourself.
yes.
So at the time, things were going badly for the West Indies test team. Banner did get dropped.
No.
Myers
At the
did like
but may I tell you, say no.
He
No, but you
repeated this after Banner got dropped.
misrepresent me. My argument about Shea who preceded that.
Big man. You haven't heard what I said. So why
No, but
you
you're telling me that Banner got
But
dropped.
you have not heard what I've said. You have not
No,
heard
my
anything that
argument
I've said.
about Shea
You're
Hope.
saying no before you even hear.
But my argument about Shea Hope, my boss, was before
Could you
Banner
at
got
least
dropped.
listen? Could you at least listen to what
All right,
I'm
go on,
saying?
go on.
Okay. So all of that had been going on. And Shea Hope was dominating.
Dominating what?
Maverick, like normal. Yeah, man. He was scoring runs. And I think that then we're saying, boy, unless he makes a century, the team will win. Everything revolves around him. And in the midst of that, Maverick comes out and he says, yo, this man here should be playing test cricket. Now, Maverick said that in the morning. And by the afternoon, you respond and give us your little lesson. And you start to tell us the difference between white ball cricket and test cricket and the issue, the weaknesses, the technical weaknesses in Shea Hope's batting, why he doesn't transition well into test cricket. Do you recall that?
I'll go and tell you what was my argument.
No. The question is, do you recall that?
I recall everything. But you're misrepresenting.
Okay, beautiful.
But you're misrepresenting what I said.
No. So wait, no, man. So even while we're having problems with the test team in terms of players, and even while Shea Hope was playing good in the ODI team, you still maintain that you do not believe he should walk into the test team. You said that you believe that he needed to play red ball cricket to show that he can return to test cricket. You don't recall saying that, Orville?
Yes.
Okay. So now, your position regarding Carty represents a break in your principle, doesn't it?
No. Because if you allow me to explain.
All right. I'm going to, you go and talk, and then they just in 5 minutes will end the call.
All right.
So that's one call. So you make your point.
My argument about Shea Hope, when people say he was an automatic member of this team, I'm saying based on what? Based on him 25 test match average. During them time, you have Banner averaging at the 30s, Blackwood are averaging at the 30s, Kyle Myers are averaging at the 30s, and Brathwaite are averaging at the 30s. He would have batted at the middle, so which means that he would have to get displace a man who was averaging more than him, Blackwood, Myers, or Banner. And my argument is why would this man be automatic to come in our team ahead of people who were averaging more than him in test cricket? Now, since them time there is no Banner, no Blackwood, no Kyle Myers. So him come closer to the everybody now average 20 at now.
So at what point in time you realize that he can now walk back into the side?
Because the people them when I compete with
when did you make this determination?
Since there is no Blackwood, no Banner, no Myers, no Jason Holder.
What date? Just tell us what date did you arrive at the position that Shea Hope,
listen what I said to you.
His poor red ball form,
the middle of
all right. Now in the test
here's the difference. Here's the difference in the dynamics, my boss.
Just give us a date now.
No, me can't give a date. If I don't remember which date Banner get dropped and Blackwood get dropped and Myers get dropped and Jason Holder.
Was it 2 years ago?
Man. These were the
Was it 2 years?
Hold on, let me
Was it 2 years ago? Yes or no?
Numbers 3 to 6 was Banner, Blackwood, Myers, Jason Holder. At one stage, that was with 3 to 6. All of them are average better than Shea Hope. None of them are there now. I mean, I said, no, there's a difference in the dynamics of who we compete with now. Because now it's hard, we average 24, and at times we average 20 little bit than them. So different dynamics now.
Okay. Callers, want to hear it.
Yeah,
the man refused to answer the question.
Me no refuse to answer it.
I leave it all. Dangerous in 5 out. And big up yourself.
All right, so we move on. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Who it is?
Mark Watson.
Oh, Mark Watson. How are you?
First thing, seems to me.
Me not hear you good, Mark. We not hear you good.
All right. I'm saying it seems to me as if you have relaxed the 5 minutes restriction a little.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Make we stick with it. Yeah, no.
Of that. Because sometimes people need a little bit more time to expound on what they are saying.
Yes.
first thing, me, I can't understand. Sometimes I don't agree with that, but with the show up thing,
Yeah.
I agree with it because show up himself come out at one point and say he needs more.
Him need more time. But no, Shea Hope.
More time.
Let me tell you what my problem was. I was saying, why is this man automatic with a 25 average?
No, but
no, everybody average 23 and 24 just like him. So him have a little better case now.
Come out. If the man that question come out at one point.
Yeah.
And so here I am. Me not think I'm ready to test.
Yeah.
Need some more 4 days. Argument done. And me say it to them. Me in the hot seat.
Yeah, man. He may come out and say it. And now him say. Now he says he would want to play again.
So that's relax.
And now him now compete with 4 people who average more than him now. Cause even Jason Holder, I think, average more than him. And Jason Holder was a must play them time there. About 6. Blackwood, Bonner, Myers, all of them are better than him. More and more come back into the team. Now all of them not there. Different dynamics. Now he might compete against Hodge and Atanese and what them name.
Understand.
Amir Django, we average 12 and all of them. Different. Yeah.
When I say something, I get results. But me just not. He seems confused as to the criteria of selecting a West Indies coach. He seems confused. You don't get a direct criteria. But just, to me, I form the opinion that the only criteria that exists is that you play for West Indies.
The criteria is whether Sammy like you or not.
So I don't understand the criteria. But
They're not that the criteria, man. If Sammy rate you.
Well,
what the criteria for pick you for the reggae boys? But if the coach rate you?
No, for the coaching job.
Oh.
I don't understand the criteria, bro.
Oh, for him get the job. No, man. For the team.
Rampal get the job. I don't understand. There's no set. You're not set criteria. I'm really critical.
Yeah. For the T20 team, well, let me tell you what. Remember, Sammy is a 2-time world champion.
So that's our criteria.
Yeah, and he's a known leader of men because although we sided good, the word around the region is that he was very good at geeing up and motivating the team when he was to win the World Cup.
So that's our criteria.
So that is one. And the other 2 is that the players them rate him and respect him and him could get more out of them than some of them. Hold the line, Omar. We're coming around.
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Rashid Broadbell, Christopher Taylor, Rasheen McDonald, Champion Allison, Orlando Bennett, and Olympic silver medalist Wayne Pinnock in the men's division. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including World Champion Sharika Jackson, National Junior Record holder Alana Reed, the Clayton twins Tia and Tina, world record holder Toby Amusan, and the Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist Megan Tapper. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels Tour promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Reigns, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryverse Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart, best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Ready Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussions. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it.
Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at
876-204-9356. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, my boss. Back with you.
Yeah. All right. You know, certain things that because, you know, really sound of the feel it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take this opportunity. One, to congratulations to Paul Bernard, manager of the Treasure Beach team.
Yeah, man. Big up the officer. Yeah.
So, and I'm a bona fide.
Yeah, man.
So, now for big him up. And next thing I have to do, to jump on my score now, I have to show some respect. I'm going to try to learn the thing. I'm going to put out something about the brood mares. I'm going to do a little research and some, you know, and stuff, which is, you know, he also give me some vindication when I spoke of the quality of the horses that was running at the game at that time. You remember good at the evening, about 2 evenings ago, we spoke to me. And some, even the 1,000 people. No quality horses.
Yeah.
It not really spur no interest. But right now, I'm not interested in that. It may not look forward to the one. Because the quality of the horse are so poor. It not really spur me. I want to make a comment. You understand me? However, me and my taboo.
When I hear so good doing it, man, I don't know why.
All right, I say, I repeat, I said the quality of the horses that are running at a 1,000 and 2,000 guineas is so poor that it does not spur my interest.
Yes.
My quality is just not there.
Right.
So, as when I said, I'll give shipping port and some other racing enthusiasts a little in my opinion, greatest broodmare that ever give birth to horses that came on us. Broodmare by the name of Zidane.
Yeah.
I listen to artists. I listen to racing enthusiasts. I listen. Zidane produce horse by the name of Gladiator. So there's Roman out of Zidane. That is one of the few horses that leave Jamaica and actually went up north and won high claim. As a matter of fact, a trophy was named after the Gladiator. Watch me now. Zidane is also the mirror for A30 hospitality out of Zidane. A30 also was so good that she had a race named after that is still run up to the A30 sprint. Zidane is also the mother or the mirror for Sir Howard, which have a trophy race named after right now.
When I hear you very well in the mark. Yeah.
All right. Let me say it again. Maybe I move the phone.
Yeah.
So Sir Howard is also a Zidane project. Element of the Zidane that has a trophy race named after him. Zidane also produces a horse by the name of Aggressive Time. That's won the Caribbean Sprint Championship. Fighting Time. So and when we look at broodmare, what we are looking at is their consistency of producing high quality foals, whether it might be cold or filled, high quality. Those horses are normally, when you see the breeding, they are referred to as bred in the purple.
All right.
After Zidane, you had a mare by the name of Portia. Portia was the mare for Legalized, Common Law, and Grecian Sky. Now, Grecian Sky also and Racing Enthusiast is the dam for Grecian Fever. Grecian Fever is the dam for Eros.
I hear information. I'm not sure the point you're making.
I am saying, remember, the argument that I gave was greatest food here standard in park. These are the horses that true horses. Here.
And who you say is the greatest?
Is in time.
Is in time.
In time.
And your supporting point is what?
Is in time has produced 5 top class runners that can come to
Okay.
one gladiator that went abroad and one high king.
Yeah.
After she's also the mare that produces 830.
Yeah.
Which a race is running 830 on a ride. He's also the mare that produces Sir Howard. Sir Howard has a race that is running on a ride. Also the mare that produces aggressive time that won the Caribbean Sprint Championship, along with fighting time and some other horses.
Yeah.
Then I said the next best was Portia, or Portia, anyone will want to call it, Portia. If I want to say Portia, I want to say Portia, it's up to racing it. She was the mare that threw legalized common law and I believe Grecian style, which produces Grecian film, produces Eros and Test.
All right, boss.
And you have some other mention like the Royal Sonoma and the Distinctly Native and some other horses. But it's good that racing enthusiasts that listen to the program, if they are interested to buy a horse, able to follow the breeding of the horse.
Mark, the information valuable, but your line not sounding so clear. But we get the point that you're making. We're going to leave it. Yeah?
Yeah, man. So big up shipping port, and I hope the people at shipping port, listen to me.
Yeah.
Will do some more, investigation.
Yeah.
And get some more knowledge on the racing program.
All right.
Last but not least, just big up Mr. Bernard. All right.
Big up, yeah, man, Sir Paul B. All right, so people, I look back on a scorecard in 2021. That's 4 years ago. West Indies versus Sri Lanka, which is the point I was making about Shehu. Blackwood, Kyle Mayers, Bonner, and Jason Holder. All of those four in the middle. 3, 4, 5, 6 were all averaging more than Shehu. Blackwood, Bonner, and Kyle Mayers all averaging the 30s. And Jason Holder was averaging 29. And them time the Jason must pick because Jason bat better than a lot plus in bowl. So I never saw where Shehu could be automatic in other side when everybody averaged better than him. Them 4 man. It's 4 years ago. When you look at the series where with the last test series against Pakistan, Kiyase Hodge, Atanese, Graves, none of them average more than Shehu. Is either the same thing or less, 25 or below, for the top for the middle order against thing. So it's a different argument, my boy. Shehu, no, you could say, all right, who you competing? Hodge with a 21 average or 25. Me have to shut me, I'm probably go with Hope as well. But not above them man they were used in the side. In them time, 3, 4 years ago. Anyway, we go back on obviously now. All right, we're coming up to the last 20 minutes.
615-2841, that's 615-2841 or 676-6968. Call through for the final part of the program and let your voice be heard. Understand that Portugal is what, well, me not want to take CC road for it, because CC carried me wide yesterday, but understand that Portugal leading 2-1. What you signaling to us, say, Asta?
Oh, text. Okay. YouTube or regular WhatsApp. Let's work with regular WhatsApp. Me not send on a new text. YouTube. Find it for me now. Oh, it's there. Omega. All right. YouTube, right. All right. So let us give you some YouTube. And remember, people, I'll give you the platforms so you can hear us. And again, I hear some things that's being said on YouTube. Good day, Sports Desk. I know that Badger is bramble a lot, but this is one of the worst calls I've ever heard. If I come from Garden Town and attend Tivoli Gardens, does that label me as a laborer? That is from Nikolai Henry. Nikolai, where you? Another brother named Marlon Moss. The story with the little girl and the fire extinguisher came from what Maurice Green did after he won a race. After he won the race, someone sprayed a fire extinguisher on his spikes. I remember that. And why would you take your girl medal for that? Me not get it. Me not see the other YouTube them. I don't know if me I look the right place. I start. Or you go up with it. I just them anymore? No, that's it. Those are the two comments we have. And on WhatsApp now, let me see what. All right. You people are laughing at Baggio. I heard people labeled horses owned by members of the JLP as labor. Trevor Franking said, yeah, joke out this up. You people are laughing at Baggio. I heard people labeled horses owned by members of the JLP as labor. Trevor, you're talking tongue in cheek. All right, so this is this is Baggio now. What I'm talking about is my experience, and no one can tell me otherwise. Diego just said that schools are branded Tarrant bad school. Why you all don't brand him out? You saw you, and this is Badger. You saw your guys are silly. Which politician in Jamaica named Tivoli Gardens? So when I was talking my argument, it must be understood that I'm talking about school names and garrison community / politicians.
Badger, I will not say anything until you come back tomorrow because I remember exactly what you said. So don't think you can be slick and try to change the narrative. Just know that you have to answer the question as to what exactly you said initially to prompt us to say, listen, you're talking, none can go so. Just remember, sir, remember what you said initially. You hear about you?
All right.
So, we take the break now, mister?
Yeah, I could
take the break. We're coming back. Final segment on the other side.
The National Stadium is the place to be on Saturday, June 7, when a glittering cast of global stars execute their pet events at the 7th staging of the Racers Grand Prix. The stunning lineups include Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Rashid Broadbell, Christopher Taylor, Rasheen McDonald, champion Allison, Orlando Bennett, and Olympic silver medalist Wayne Pinnock in the men's division. Check out the women's side where some titanic names are listed, including world champion Sharika Jackson, national junior record holder Alana Reed, the Clayton twins Tia and Tina, world record holder Toby Amusan, and Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist Megan Tapper. Admission finish line $5,000, regular grandstand $3,000, bleachers free until May 31. After that, it's only $1,000. Get your tickets online now at racersgrandprix.com and the Jamaica Pegasus from June 2 to 6. The action promises to be nothing less than sensational.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Ranks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst. Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Law Act.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back for the final segment of this show today. 615-2841, 615-28. Several persons were texting me, asking me for the number, remind them of the number. So here's your opportunity. The lines are available, 615-2841 or 676-6968. That's 676-6968. Call through and let your voice be heard. All right, you ready for us, Mr. Hoyt? Or not quite yet. So especially you, my boss, you can call through now one because I know you want to talk about the Reggae Boys and the team that is the squad that was named, I think 2 days ago for the games coming up. And the big game, actually, people, is next week. I know because we have a game prior to that, not a lot is being said about it, so we want to come out in our full numbers. I will confirm between now and tomorrow as to whether us topping this section will seed us higher, which means, help to seed us higher, which means we'll avoid Panama. Because what I dig like it, and Panama has had our number If you look at over maybe the last 3-4 years, some people even want to go back, but we know the last time, or we beat them the other day, but they have been better than us and they play some fantastic football. So you want to avoid Panama for sure. So we can confirm that between now and tomorrow. Hello.
Yeah, Zidane.
Yo, good afternoon. How you doing, boss?
Man.
You know there was you know there's an issue the other day though, because I was supposed to meet up with you at the stadium, but you're not the same number.
No, I forgot to give me number.
So me I hunt you, and I call wrong people.
I mean, I tell you, come how much I Kingston and we can't believe some of the link up. I asked my friend in the last match to look if he see us.
We're supposed to meet at the Messi match.
At the Messi
yes.
match, yeah.
But me I check some people and I say, no man, this is not a chef.
No, you're in the match between Mobile United and Mount Pleasant and Montego Bay.
Yes.
Yeah, but me I tell you, let the match we link up. But
there you go.
Lose that number, man. So me don't call and now me give my new number.
Yeah, man. All right, no problem.
Yeah, but Zidane, in regarding to the match the other day with PSG and
Inter Milan.
Inter Milan,
Inter Milan what?
You think that they did not turn up on the day?
No, some boss, you can't get embarrassed like that. They were very poor. They were a joke.
All right, because that's my view on the match.
Yeah, man.
The reason to me why Inter get against Barcelona is because Barcelona lose both their right back and their left back.
Yeah, they were somewhat depleted in that regard, yes.
Yeah, they fully fit in that game. So that's why. So me, I have to explain to some of my brethren them say that's the reason why PSG just much better.
Yeah, but haven't conceded so many goals over those two legs against Barcelona. You don't want to think that the coach will look at Paris Saint-Germain and see, because Paris Saint-Germain came into the semi-final and the finals playing the best footballer among the four teams. So it's similar in terms of how they play. And Barcelona probably even do it even not Barcelona. Paris Saint-Germain maybe move the ball even quicker. So I thought the coach would be prepared. You have to be more prepared for that. It was too easy at that level, my boss. Paris Saint-Germain was great and we expected them to play the way they did, but you can't open up like that. It was too easy for them to just cut you apart, man.
Yeah. It was too, but because Inter midfield, if you look on their age, are the oldest, them are one of the oldest set of midfielders in Europe. Even Mkhitaryan and we go for Arsenal, still a player.
They not sit with the numbers, man.
Yeah, they don't have no legs, none at all. No legs. But with Orville and the cricket, Orville. Yeah. With Dwight too. You know the things they make Dwight. And probably you are the fault, make Dwight get away so much,
Me make him get away? What do you mean make him get away, my boss?
Go tell him why. Because when Dwight talk some of the things they wouldn't go do the research. So me give an example. Look why let's tell Dwight say. In regarding to when Sammy just take over the team, if you remember, then 2 series they were West Indies beat England. England team is strong.
But
England
I know.
is a strong team.
But when I asked, I said, what was the quality of the teams where we are beat? And him say international.
But you see, all you're talking.
No, but me no said. Big man.
But you say if me know where it's worried.
No, but when I said to him, well, on a big man, when I said to him that were these teams that we after 15 games of summer we know at the 28th, where all is at full strength, he countered and said international cricket is international cricket.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
No, well, you see that answer there, him not wrong, you know.
No, you know wrong. Because if England send a team. And when South Africa sent a team and the team was tracked off, when you go judge the coach, you go look and say, all right, the coach in the
I remember we played South Africa with a weakened team as well.
Weakened team.
Robert and the man never come, but I will tell you, say them.
But the fact they don't make you are saying dispense the information to the public.
All right.
Out here, so how we don't know that. Because you know what?
You're right. I'm going to look at those games and look at the quality of the opposition. But I'm telling you, Dwight will say international team is inside England, send or South Africa send. It is what it is.
I know y'all want to, even with Zidane, me here Mount Salem, my brother in Mount Salem, my next door neighbor. When Mount Salem Zidane come Monday, and he talk about the World Cup, and the quality of the World Cup with the quality. Indeed, everybody know that Champions League is much more higher. When you look at the Paris Saint-Germain team, compare, and in the talk about the quality Inter Milan as an opponent, check the final in Zidane. Since my first final since 98. Most World Cup final boring, Zidane. Most of them are, and most of them one-sided. When you check it. Most of them are some boring game. Some boring game, man. Sometimes I don't make that.
No, 98 was exciting, man. Because me was a friend.
98 final at 3-0.
As a French.
Ronaldo get poisoned. Ronaldo get poisoned. Brazil have no team. 2002, Brazil run over Germany. Even though we 2-0, but the game was 2006. I mean, see first 30 minutes live the game was boring.
France and Italy that.
And after that, boring after 30 minutes. Then 2010, Spain and Dutch match. I mean, the World Cup final. 2014, Germany, Argentina.
Wow, man, the line bad. Your line not sound good, chef, man.
Oh, sorry. Problem. I'm not.
All right, chef. Yeah, man. Talk to Asta. I'm talk to him, chef. Here and make him leave the number with you.
All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're Asta. Yes, Asta. He got something. All right, big up. Yeah, man, and chef talk about the football game. Let's remind the listeners. Yeah, my boss, let me do it now. Remind the listeners of the football competition June 28th. And remember, listeners, you don't have to come and play in the football because I know a lot of you can't play football, but the bar will be there, soup will be on sale, food will be on sale, everything. So you can come watch some football and buy out the bar. June 28th. Caldwell Football Field. That road is the field is at the top of the road where the Duhaney Park Primary School is on. So once you come and ask where Duhaney Park Primary is, you turn on that road and come straight up at the top. Can't miss it. All right, 615-2841. That's 615-2841 or 676-696. We can take two more if we get them, and or one more at least. Yeah. So we go back online, Asta. All right. Hello.
The person not here. Are you hearing? You're live on the radio now.
Oh, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, never realized. Coolant here.
Your sound hollow. I don't know why. You're up on speaker.
No, man. The phone is off speaker. How is it now?
Not the best,
but go on. Why you say coolant, man?
Yeah, the line sound like it bad, though, man. Come there, you're the other caller.
Yeah, but
yeah, man. I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I don't know about your mic call already. Don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But if you let that one here, bro.
Yes, he should.
I think so, because you guys weren't denying that you can have branding, but specifically branding of students, as Harvey pointed out to it, political branding. That you're not gonna have that.
No.
So I think you should let this one go.
Yeah, because why ridiculous that when it was brought to his attention about 13 and 14 and 15, he said no, I'm talking. But I could name a primary school of politician as well, you know. So Badger kill himself right there, you know. So he agrees that when you're 13, they won't brand you. So it is basically saying that you could name a primary school of a politician and they're not branded because he's putting an age to it, so 18, 19, which is just showing that Badger is not making any sense.
From Orville asking him the question about Taylor Selassie, I think he could just laugh it off and say, all right, he get catch. Yeah, man, but Orville,
yeah,
you know, something made it agree for a long time, you know. You see, when it comes to, well, especially West Indies cricket, meeting cricket in general still, but especially West Indies cricket, the coaching, it's neither here or there. Coaching is not is the least of West Indies problem, put it that way.
I agree.
So I think Sammy's appointment, we don't need to lose no sleep over it.
No, I want the man him to say, boy, based on to cost cuts or to keep they could find some other ways to tell me.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that it is because of his brilliance at the ODI team.
I agree. But this is my opinion, though. This is what may theorize from it, right? Again, because we don't think it's that significant in terms of the coaching.
Yeah.
I think what they're looking at is, all right, at the very least, the most you want is somebody who have the potential to get the best out of the players.
All right, yeah.
And then think Sammy is what? As he has proven, to be fair to him, he feels like someone who can do that. Because if you remember, since the West Indies has been struggling, if you remember, there was a time when Sammy, as the test captain, we actually went through a period of some fair performances, You remember that?
No, when they appointed him as T20 coach, me never have no problem, And when they added the ODI thing, me never really go block the road neither.
But what I'm thinking as well, it could also have some kind of financial
them save money
as well,
Yeah.
In that, since the coach is not that significant, why have two coaches on the payroll when if we have one man we're capable of getting the best out of the players? Just have him appointed as three.
They could have lived with that. So maybe that.
Yes, I think that could play a part as well. But it's at least a West Indies problem with the coaching. That's what I think.
Coaching going to win your game here and there, but this thing about returning us to the top and that nanga.
Yeah. But before me go to Orville, me going to take a one job at you though, because the Shea Hope thing, if you remember, me I did go at it with Shea Hope, right?
Yeah.
So what I say is, it is true, right? The initial calls for Shea Hope, it is true that all the players they named though, they were averaging better than Shea Hope in Test cricket. And fine. I mean, even myself would say, all right, we can't argue much against that.
Yeah,
right?
so I said, why is he automatic? Who am I going to replace? People. But now, none of them man in the day are Atanis and Hodge, they may average 20 are just like him now.
No. But before you get to them man, they know though. You bring you back now. Remember what happened, them same man the way your name will average better than him. They continue to fail, let's say fail, not doing too well, right? And then Raymond Reefer came into the test side at number 3.
No, I never think Raymond Reefer should be at number 3 for him.
No, whether you think so or not, but you recall again though, that's when the
let me tell you my argument with Raymond Reefer. And that I remember distinctly. I was saying, people, Raymond Reefer is a potentially good all-rounder. This youth here, as a left arm swing bowler, is very useful. But Raymond Reefer batting at 3 and wasn't bowling now. There you they shouldn't be like how you say Greaves in the side, when back down the road and come bowl some seed. So as a out and out batsman, me never see.
You didn't say Raymond to get a chance, and especially when he didn't make one score. I think he did make one half century or maybe 141.
No, man, I didn't like him as an all-rounder. I never see him as a number 3.
You get enough chance, so give Raymond Reefer a chance. You never know what them can do. But
I might have said that because she hope get 38 games in a break, man. I average 25. Me couldn't. That man they can't automatic when me have people we average 30 and that.
No, I mean I think what they say automatic still, but what they say. No, that's what we were saying then. Them man the way I play, Shea Hope can get a game. I think that we did say from them time the same way. But
all right,
so much that we say automatic.
All right, we'll leave it there, so we'll talk again.
Yeah, man, all right, cool.
Tomorrow.
All right, thanks for the call, my boss. Keep calling, man. You know, me rate up on the program, my boss. Don't leave for so long again. I know you called a couple of weeks ago. Big up yourself. I'm coolant. All right, that is it for another day on the show. Remind you, June 28th, people. We don't want to promote the after party on the program because the after party may be not for the type of people who will listen to this program. So we just want the people who listen come in the day. What's up? Because while the competition is gone, I will be promoting the after party. So you will hear if you want to stay on for the after party, fine, but we're not promote it here because it's not going to be a normal thing. But June 28th, Caldwell football field. Massive. It's the first time I've ever agreed with 300,000 in any football competition down at Duane Park. So I have to have tight security. I have to have about 3 police. And that one of the team them tell me already. So it's not going normal people. So you don't have to worry about security. So come buy out the bar. Garvey, you're always say you're rich. So come buy 3 back lines at the thing. Big up yourself, my boss. Join us tomorrow. Same place, same time, all over again. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful evening.
That's the sports desk for today. Remember to tune in at